Don't know what you've heard.
Don't know what you heard.
Don't know what you've heard.
I don't know what you heard.
Don't know what you heard.
Oh no, oh no.
But I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird.
I'm the biggest bird.
I'm the biggest bird.
I'm the biggest bird.
Bigger than a cassowary or an ostrich. They wanna be like me, but they can't be like this. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. Walked in, they scared of me. They wanna be like Mo, there's no comparison. They wanna be like Chickadee singing in a wind. Hold up, be honest, yeah, I'm not them. Bigger than a moa, they scared when I show up. They scared of the claws that tip my legs. They say, oh my, look at the size of his egg. I'm the biggest bird, it's so absurd. I'm the biggest bird, how have you not heard?
How would you heard? How would you heard?
Don't know what you heard. Don't know what you heard. Don't know what you heard. But I'm the biggest bird.
I'm the biggest bird.
I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. Hey, P-Ornus, you're a hitter when I walk in.
Who I is, who I is.
Dogs fly above me, don't wanna give me no company. It's okay with me. You can't be on my perch.
You cannot, you cannot.
You can't rest in my roost. No, you can't. No, you can't. I already know how you do.
Already know.
Biggest bird, that's me, Mr. 2002.
That's me.
And
Hello, everyone. We are here with the premier 2v2 finals of the Skyward series today. We're dripped out. We're ready. I am here with Draco. I am here with BZO. And I'm here with Slepless. You know how we do it. We're getting all fancy today. We got the shades out because the stars are shining bright. Damn it, I messed that up. The stars are shining bright on the premier 2v2 finals. We have 7 excellent teams. One had to drop out last minute. We don't talk about that. We're ready. Slepless, what are you thinking about the matches today?
I'm thinking it's good. It's Premier 2v2. This is the highest level Rocket League we're going to see in the Skyward series. It's going to be a good night, I think.
BZO, what about you?
I think there's gonna be one team that destroys everybody, and that's about it.
All right, well, we're gonna have to get to that in a little bit. Draco,
I'm just
what are your
excited
thoughts?
for some high level Rocket League, man.
All right, I'm excited too. I was hoping one of you guys would say something a little different than that, but you know what? It's gonna be all right. As we said, we have 7 great teams. Sky and his team Breeze has had to drop out last minute because of some scheduling issues. They were the number 2 seed, and a lot of people had them going all the way. Unfortunate, but today we will be following the story of the 1 seed, Happy Sports Atlantic. They have had a perfect season, 10-0, really dominant all season, and they're going up against a lesser-known team in Evolve Red. Draco, you've watched a little bit of the matches this season. What do you think this first match is going to be like?
To be honest, I feel like Happy Atlantic is going to come in. They're going to be a little nervous because, regular season, obviously, they went 10-0. But I feel like they're gonna imagine that perfect record, and they're kind of gonna get nervous about continuing the perfect record, and they might lose a couple games to Evolve Red, but ultimately I think they'll take it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think we're gonna have all the Dust 2 predictions in a little bit, but I think that was a great preview. So thank you for that. So as we said, that is gonna be the first match tonight. But over on Sporty FC streams, we're gonna have AAA Ratteries versus Milky Militia Kings. Milky Militia Rush, fellow orgmate, they won the first 2v2 tournament on Friday, the Challenger 2v2, really dominant. Bezo, you were on the desk for most of that tournament. Do you think that Milky Militia Kings is going to kind of follow in their orgmates' footsteps and continue the winning?
I do think it's possible, but I highly doubt on their side of the bracket that it would be highly possible.
All right, that's definitely good. And Slepless, the last match is NJ Outlaws, Striker Bubbles versus 100x35 Blanco. Both these teams have had fantastic seasons. I believe they are the 4 and the 5 seed. No, sorry, they are the 3 and 7 seeds. Who do you think's going to take that one?
All right, so NJ Outlaw, he's a striker dude. He gets insufferable when striker teams win on his striker stream. So I am going for a solid 100x win for that one.
You're 100. You're riding 100x for
I'm
this
riding
one.
100x for that one.
All right, well that's good to know. So if you want to pull up the bracket real quick while we're talking about it, I think that'd be pretty
If I
cool.
can see which one it is. Oh, sorry.
That's the one downside of us, being dripped out with the sunglasses and everything. We don't have to. Yeah, it's definitely going to be good. As you can see, Rats already advanced one match because of their win over Breeze. Again, Breeze had to forfeit. Nothing against them. We will see them next week, in exactly 1 week for their 3v3 run. They're favored to do pretty well in that one, too. Both extremely good players. But I think the team that we really have to talk about right now is Happy Sports Atlantic. They are 10-0. They've only been to, I believe, 2 Game 5s all season. One of them, they had their subs, so who knows how they would have done if they had their starters. And they're going up against Evolve Red, who really has had an up and down season. They've barely made it into these finals. So one thing I do want to say about Premier 2s is that they did not have a wild card stage. This is the number 1 team from the regular season versus the number 8 team for the regular season. They didn't have a wild card stage because there were some teams who dropped out early in the season. We just didn't have enough to fill out a full wild card stage. It's unfortunate, but you know what? It happens. I'm realizing there are a few errors with the stream right now, like the wrong name and everything. But you know what? We're going to fix it in just a second. And by that, I mean I'm going to fix it when I can get signed into the right Twitch account on my computer. Oh, got it. My goat. See, this is what we have Slepless on production today instead of Brambo. Brambo is... I actually forget what Brambo's doing, but he's not going to be with us today. But you know what? It's going to be fun. As much as we love Brambo, we have the goat Slepless here. My beloved co-owner. We only have a few minutes before the matches are going to start. We're doing some test lobbies because Happy Sports Atlantic does have a European player. We want to make sure everything's going to be all right with that. Bizio, I'm sure you have some sort of outrageous take for today. Why don't we just get that over with?
Okay. Let's see. Happy Sports Atlantic is knocked out in semis to Double A Ratteries.
Damn.
And,
all right.
And Striker Bubbles versus Double A Ratteries finals. And I have Striker Bubbles winning it all.
I think I'm sensing a little bit of bias here. Anyone else
No.
picking up on that? A little bit of the Striker bias?
Just
I
a
don't know
little
what you're
bit.
talking about.
Just a little bit.
Draker, you're on Striker too. Are you riding with Striker Bubbles Striker Bubbles the whole way too?
All right, hold on. I gotta put on my prescription because
You're able to see.
I gotta see this one clearly. All right. So obviously,
I actually can't see anything either. I'm gonna be honest. I'm taking these off.
you got Happy Atlantic, right? Great season, 10-0. But they're gonna make it to the finals, and they're not gonna get the job done. They're gonna fall to Striker Bubbles in 7.
I mean, so as we do know, is that the Happy Sports Atlantic team does have a player named Kara on it. Kara, as we know, is well known in the Skyward community for not showing up in the grand finals last year on Radiance Eclipse, or not last year, last season rather, in Radiance Eclipse 3v3. He did get swept out of the tournament in the finals to Astral Emission. Not a great performance from him individually, as he said. I personally don't think he did that bad, but that's what he said. And it's kind of our job to make fun of him for it because we love Kara here. But Slep, do you think he's going to be able to kind of, if they do make the finals, which I'm assuming you're kind of betting on from what I saw earlier, do you think that they're going to be able to, change the direction of history?
Here's my thoughts. I think that fate is in their favor today because, as we know, the last 2 days, as I mentioned this last night too, the number 2 seed has upset the number 1 seed twice now, but the number 2 seed forfeit. So I think if Breeze were here, they were getting knocked down grands. But due to Breeze not being here, I think that Kara will not fraud today.
Another thing worth noting is, with the patterns and everything going on, the 2v2, so far in the 2v2, the MVP has won every single time, and his teammate, both times it was a he, his teammate has won the MVP for the playoffs. So if things are following course, sorry, my nose is itchy, I might have to sneeze in a second. Oh, God. Slip was coming out. All right, I'm back. We're good. I caught it in time. Sorry about that. See, some things you can't. Things, no matter how much you produce, can't stop like my allergies. But anyways, yeah. But what we're talking about now is that so last time the MVP has won the whole thing. This time, Kara on Happy Sports Atlantic won the regular season MVP. Do we think that his teammate Heliacal, the European GOAT, is he going to win the MVP? Bezio, I want to hear your take on this.
I don't think so.
You don't think he's going to have
No,
it?
but I do know who is.
Who?
Striker Bubbles Wizpig.
Wizpig? You think you have faith in Wizpig?
Oh yeah.
Fellow Skyward Series moderator Wizpig?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're gonna be going to the match shortly. I'm not fully sure if everything's ready yet, but I'm gonna kind of hope it is. Again, this is how we produce things here. Things are a little more scuffed when we have the 4 youngest people on the desk this time around.
Everything's ready.
What are you gonna do?
It's gonna be fine. I have faith in us. I have full faith. We've done this twice
Yeah.
already, 3 times if you count the Ignition versus the Wraith match a few days ago. So first, I'd like to hear all your predictions. I'm going to try to remember what order things are in. Sleppus, what is your series prediction for this series?
Well, it's all right. No offense to Evolve Red.
I
It's
mean
kinda a
games.
no-brainer.
I mean, give us the games.
Oh, give us the games. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna have to say a 4-0.
You're going 4-0. Okay,
Mhm.
that's a little bold. I don't know if I'll go last. Bezio, what do you got?
4-1.
4-1 and Happy Sports Atlantic.
Yep.
TJ Draco. Many names.
We're just gonna go in order here. I'm going 4-2. Happy Atlantic.
Well, as much as I'd like to keep the order going and say they're going to win in 7, I don't think it's going to be a 7. I mean, I'm sorry to Evolve Red, and
no.
maybe we're caster cursing them, but I have Happy Sports in 5. I don't think that any team is good enough to beat them. I think the only team that was good enough to beat them was Breeze, maybe AA Ratteries, and maybe Rats if they can make it to the finals against them. But I've got a 4-1 here. I think Carr and Heli are just going to take it to them and dominate them today.
All right. Throw it over to the casters then.
Why don't we send it on over to Cobra and Crouton Dust, who will be doing the first match. And yeah, thanks to everyone for tuning in. We're going to have a lot of great shows tonight. If you don't feel like watching this match, hop on to NJ Outlaw or Sporty FC streams. They're all linked in our pinned Twitter, our pinned tweet on Twitter, twitter.com/Skyward Series. Make sure to drop a follow on Twitch, all that good stuff, and head on over to the casters. We'll see you guys in about an hour in the next X segment.
Alrighty.
All right, well, the desk had made themselves known, everyone kind of believing that the number 1 seed has the best outlook here. We are following Happy Sports through this run, going up against Evolve Red, their first hurdle in the playoffs here. Cobra in the booth, along with Crouton Dust. Crouton, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, like you said, the desk, they've made themselves known pretty well. They didn't give Evolve Red an inch. They did make a good point in usually with the 2nd seed, but they're not around anymore. I know we had a little bit of info before the match. You and I we were kind of going through the seasons, and Evolve Red does seem to be sort of the weakest team of the bunch here. So we'll have to see how this one progresses. Will they be able to clear the hurdle of the undefeated team here?
Yeah, I mean, well, they're going to be immediately looking to put a little bit of pressure on. But again, truly a David versus Goliath battle here. And, we've seen a little bit of pressure on the number 1 seeds to start. But Kara not having any of that today. First touch will go in for Happy G Sports.
And the first goal came before we'd even officially switched over to the field. 15 seconds for that one. Talk about a quick lead here. I am a bit worried. Like the consensus seems to be throughout, the desk and ourselves here that Evolve Red have got a huge mountain to climb here. But hopefully for them, they brought their climbing gear again. So far, not so good, as Atlantic is currently 1 up and trending in the positive direction here as he tries to go over Jarhead there, but doesn't quite get it past him.
Yeah, and right now, these teams have not met during the regular season, but something to be noted here for Evolve Red is, they've met every single other competitor here in these playoffs, and were not able to take wins in the regular season. But, it is playoffs. Things can change on the day, and it's going to be up to them to really kind of, set their own stars here, determine their own fate, and what a better day to do it than on Playoff Sunday.
Absolutely, and we'll see. Well, Hulk will be the one to kind of put his name on this match. He's got a flick incoming, doesn't quite get it. Bit of an unfortunate miss there. I don't know how you discal. I don't know how to quite say that, but either way, good way to get up on that one. Here's Jarhead now through the corner. Good center attempt here. Someone's there for the shot, but Helkel will clear it away. All the way down to the corner. It looks like a pretty fast turn and burn here, of course.
Yeah, looked like an all-out attack there, and one deep clearance can kind of find yourselves in a ton of open space without really anyone on the other side of that. But 2-0, not necessarily a unsurmountable lead here, and plenty of opportunities for Evolve, especially if they get something off of the kickoff, but will be denied a quick shot, and that starts to kind of turn on the red lights, the red flags in the back of your head here if you're Evolve Red.
Yeah, I mean, just as we were saying, maybe a little bit of hope forming. What can Evolve Red do? They immediately go down 3-0 here. A bit unfortunate. We're not even halfway through the match here, and it is already a bit of a beatdown. They are currently on the right side of the field here. If Jarhead can get this around center, not quite. It will be a big time clear, and Helical respawns on that side of the field. No touch there though. That was kind of a crazy respawn. It could have been another quick turnaround goal for Atlantic here, but they might get this one anyway. This ground pitch, Jarhead, good heads up save there.
Oh, nice little touch here from DC Stall, which we'll figure out exactly how to say that name as I'm sure the series goes on. But right now they have to make sure they're continuing to hold on to the ball, as Happy Sports, they're totally fine with heavy clearances and sending that back to the orange side, as Evolve Red struggling to kind of keep hold of the ball and really press the attack here.
Absolutely, yeah. Currently, like I said, every time I'm getting a little hopeful for them. They're trending through that corner. They just get stuck in the corner, and it results in a huge clear right here. You see a clear and a demo. Will Kara be able to get this one in? Double incoming. Good save. Wow. The action is already heating up here. Looking a little more even now that the initial 3-0 has been already secured.
Yeah, maybe recognizing that they'll have to kind of shore up the defense in order to keep up in this series. Happy Sports, no strangers to really putting pressure on the other side of the net, but now it'll be Evolve Red again on the back line to try and find a way to transition here, and they have the ball past the middle of the field. Shot just going to be a little bit wide of target. And they can reset here. DC Stall, not a lot of boost, and trying to stay a nuisance here on the back line, but just can't get it to go. Good demo at the midfield. A little bit of space to work. One touch to beat off the wall. Any follow-up there? Jarhead will turn away. Doesn't like the opportunity just yet and will go for a delaying touch. And again, I feel like the nerves have kind of, dissipated a little bit. It was a quick flurry of 3 goals as Evolve, unfortunately the recipient of them, but now have started to calm down just a bit. And as I say that, there will be another goal for Happy Sports.
Yeah, a little bit awkward timing there. I will say though, you're on the right track. You can definitely see kind of the gears starting to turn on offense for Evolve Red. They had a really good passing play. They had a couple of, like you said, the really close one that just unfortunately posted. It's definitely starting to trend offensive for Evolve Red. Of course, it will end up in a 4-0 for them currently. Here's Kara. But looking to get a little fancy with that when he gets that flip reset. What's he doing up there? Here's Helical now off his wall, trying to get an awkward clear to mid. Jarhead to his own corner. Good boost grab here, but Helical just too quick. Immediately gets that one going. Shot coming in for Kara. Good save there for DC Stalls, which I guess that's the pronunciation we're going with here.
Now it will be Evolve again, battling from their own side, going to the air. Pass available on the right side. Double will be a little bit tough to get that read off the backboard, and immediately they'll have to be on the defensive side. It looks like Happy Sports are having some disagreements on who gets to take the final shot. Jarhead may be able to see that one in from a distance, and it will get their first goal of the series.
Open net here. Good on Jarhead for cinching this one. Again, it's a pretty even shot there, but I mean, I've missed those before, and this is the worst place to miss when you're about to cut the lead down a little bit. Now they're only down by 3. 30 seconds. They're looking at 10 seconds goal. Not exactly doable, especially against a team like Atlantic here. Well, they're gonna get one though. Hold on.
Hold on. Okay, well, not exactly probable, but they're at least on track for something spectacular here if they can find some moments. Evolve coming alive here and maybe taking advantage of a few Happage Esports mistakes here. But now 24 seconds left. Will they find something else on the kickoff? DC Stall has to get up. Kara will beat him to the ball a little bit more. Boost, then the double. Not going to be there. Has to be quick. They have to give enough time for them to get the final equalizing goal. Off the ceiling, DC Stall behind it, but a really good win here by Kara. Should have burnt enough time off of the clock here, and maybe one more goal for the road if possible, but Happage Sports, they will take the win in cruising fashion.
Yeah, I mean, just a pretty clean win all the way up to the very end there. The last couple seconds where Evolve Red got a quick little flurry of 2 goals there, but is that kind of signs for game 2 if they got a little bit of momentum coming into this one? Of course, like we said, Atlantic kind of had their way with Evolve Red most of that match, but the last couple seconds there does give me a little bit of hope for Jarhead and DC Stall to kind of rise up. You know, we did see them start to heat up a little bit on offense, especially halfway through that match. I would like to see if they come out swinging in this next match.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the things that they have to make sure they do, I think they were maybe looking for each other a little bit too often in some of those offensive plays where, you know, Evolve Red wanted to find that pass, wanted to really get everyone going, but left themselves vulnerable on the defensive side where, you know, maybe went 100% into the attack and, you know, provided opportunities for Happage Sports to get a clean look at net. The shots kind of telling the tale of the tape here and looking to start this early. Maybe a card change here for Helical. Actually, not recognizing it. Double commit here in the middle of the field, but Evolve looking to keep it even. I'm sure they want to kind of maybe recreate that last minute of play if they could keep the scoring low, but with the mechanics here that we're seeing from Happage Sports, you have to make sure you are very, you know, kind of situationally aware of the capabilities of the squad.
Absolutely. Ooh. And so when we talk about capabilities, how about this redirect? Good timing on the leave there. Kara with this crazy redirect. I mean, the helical to Kara passing plays crazy. The redirect is even crazier. Jarhead, he was headed back, but couldn't quite get there in time for that lightning fast play. I mean, Atlantic already off to another roaring start.
Yeah, Jarhead, it felt like the instincts were at least correct that the ball was going to end up somewhere there, but decided, you know, maybe going back would be safer. Didn't realize that the vehicle that actually ended up taking the shot was right on top of him. Now a possible response. Jarhead tries to go up through the air. Will go across the net, and Jarhead will have to recapture this in the corner. Light touch. Just one to beat, and Kara was waiting for the pass. It never came because Jarhead was working on the defender, finds the chip and finds the equalizer.
He finds it himself again, though. We're talking about they're kind of spinning up a little bit here on offense. They're getting those gears turning, and to good effect, they've got it tied up. They're already faring much better than they were last time, taking a 0-3 immediately. Here's Jarhead off the kickoff. Good speed here to get to this one. Maybe looking for a little bit of a popper here. Nope. Helical says no thanks off his own back wall. DC Stall back in. A little bit of a weak touch. Kara has no problem turning this one away to mid now. Helical takes a shot. Jarhead there to save it. Heads up save on that one. Now through the corner. Good demo.
Danger here, though. Oh, Helical will be able to get the turn and the score. And even though the demo maybe bought them a little bit of space, Jarhead reluctant to go. Didn't want to, you know, kind of abandon the net, but it did not matter in the end. A second goal here for Happage.
It came pretty quick, too. That demo was impressive to me, but I guess it just left him a little bit too far stretched out. Here's Kara with another shot coming in. Look at the control spinning up to this one. Can he get this one through? He takes a low 50. A good effect, but doesn't quite go in. Now off the back wall, he's not missing that one. Kara just stays in. He took his own shot. Didn't quite get what he wanted. Helical said, hold on, I got you. One little popper off the back wall. Quick little turn. Jarhead's nowhere to be found. He's on the ground there. Unfortunate.
I think maybe Jarhead, you know, the knee-jerk reaction of jumping early, maybe expecting a little bit of a more pace on the shot, and then realize it was a slow chip, and this one might go in. Jarhead double stop here, and now an opportunity. Who will get to this ball first? Kara again with another quick turn, and it seems like Happage Esports are leaving some opportunities for Evolve to get out of their own half, but they're just not being taken with enough urgency there to actually capitalize on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Atlantic is making quite a few mistakes here that that Evolve Red could absolutely be taken advantage of. They're doing it to some effect, but like you said, it's just not quite enough urgency on the ball to make good on them. There's DC stall, making good on that one. Gets it back center. Pass coming out to Jarhead. Maybe Jarhead does get that shot in. Helical to read it early. Here's Car now. Watch out when Car has that ball. We've seen that Dominus can do some pretty nasty things. Looking for a center now to Helical. Maybe it's gonna be not quite. Just a little too fast across the box there for Helical to take a shot on that one.
The attack does not stop, however. Karo will get another look, maybe leaving it for a teammate. Shot and good. Helical will get the fourth. And, like you said, I think, the Dominus doing quite well to at least garner a ton of attention, as it should be, but it's leaving opportunities for Helical to get into the game as well, to get clear opportunities at the net. And right now, both these players for Happage Sports working in tandem.
Absolutely, yeah. It is a double team offense here, double team defense as well. I mean, they're just holding a strong end of the field on both ends here. Here's Helical out to Kara again. There's some of that passing play we're talking about. Helical makes it awkward. Kara to Helical, Helical to the net. DC stall there, but it's not done yet. You saw Helical try and get another little awkward touch back in. That's the maybe third time that's happened where the initial offensive attempt has died and they come right back in. Here's Helical with a shot down. Talk about that double.
I mean, right now it's quick, decisive movements there, and Helical, is kind of driving in line with DC Stall. DC Stall decides to go goal side towards that ball, waiting for it to drop down. Helical, wants to go immediately up and see if they get a shooting opportunity. They are rewarded with the quick decision, and now, trying to add more to the tally. Jarhead going from a distance, following that ball, trying to make something happen, and maybe trying to add a little bit of fear in the side of Happage Sports if they remain in the air too long.
It does remain to be. Look at Kara off that back wall. Kara is getting flip resets all over the place. It's not super resulting in any goals just off his flip resets. Good shot coming in for Jarhead. He almost gets the little dunk off there, off the rebound. Look at this big time clear. Helical already up on it to the back wall. Is Kara there for the double? Helical was there for the double. Actually, that camera angle had to be fooled a little bit. DC stall with a little bit of a breakaway. Good shot in, and there's no way Kara's getting that one out. Good shot here for DC stall.
Yeah, just had to be efficient on the ball. Nothing could, any slower, and Kara may have actually, had a look from the chase down block there, but, light touches, good on the recovery to make sure the wheels stayed under them and oriented towards the net. And they will at least get two, but a little bit of a hole they've dug themselves into. 3 goals in a minute, a little bit more realistic than what we saw in the previous game, but not necessarily easy by any means. Jarhead showing some pressure here, and Helical off the field. DC stall won't be able to get past Kara. Kara, 1v1 situation, goes to the air. Flip reset, will hold it, doesn't need to use it. Has at least bought enough time. And burning a lot of seconds off the clock. Another shot. Jarhead will be a little bit under it. Kara, free reign here and should have a decent read off the post. And it's back and forth here, but time is burning here.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, these attempts are super close, but the hot time is just not on their side right now for Evolve Red. I mean, we're down to 5 seconds. It's no longer possible for them to come back, but it's just those flashes of offense they have, as DC saw. Speaking of offense, sends that one right down center. But if they could just capture those couple of moments, because it's been twice now that near the end of the game, the last few seconds, they really start popping off. They could just capture that and extend it throughout the entire match. They'd be doing really well. A little bit closer match this time, though. It really felt, not just on the scoreboard, just on the field. It didn't seem as dominant for Atlantic most of the time.
Yeah, absolutely. But I will say that they seem to have a lot of space to decide how they want to pick apart the players here for Evolve. They're dominating the possession 56% to the 44% of Evolve. And I think Evolve could really do well with just trying to play that tiny bit faster. I'm not sure if it's something that they're comfortable doing, but it seems like they're trying to be reactive. They're trying to make safer choices and kind of laying back and seeing what Happage will do. And Happage Sports have continually tried to, take advantage of that fact. They've continually, taken hold of all of the space, and Evolve Red, they're down 2 games at a best of 7. It's a longer series. I think I would love to see them, make some reckless choices here, get a little bit antsy on the ball, do something when you feel like your back is against the wall.
100%. Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. Just throw everything at the wall, see if anything sticks. They're currently just getting beat on the basics. They're getting beat on mechanics. Good save here for Helical, by the way, as Jarhead had that shot coming in. But it is just like you say, look, a double coming in for Carr. Oh my goodness. He won't even let me finish my sentence with that goal.
Yeah, Kara looked at that. Helical's like, I got the lineup. Kara's like, absolutely not. Bumps him aside and perfectly lines up that backboard double tap. I mean, we don't have to worry about, any faulty mechanics here. Happage, a little bit of a musty here, trying to make something out of that opportunity. But right now, it's Happage Sports. They're very comfortable with where they are on the field. They have a lot of ideas that they want to throw at the net. The creativity is not lacking from this side.
Yeah, I do want to mention as well something I saw in the stats for game 2. The only 2 demos on the field were 4 Evolve Red onto Atlantic. And usually, like we saw yesterday with Striker Phase, they were kind of a huge demo team. A lot of demos, a lot of mechanics. It just seems like Atlantic are just happy to win on mechanics alone, just like this. Another one for Kara. They don't need any demos. They don't need any bump plays. They're just going to win because they're goated.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're playing a game that is very much above that crossbar. They're in the air. They're trying to get a lot of space. So it's really hard to lock down players unless you kind of share that aerial prowess that I'm not sure Evolve have showed us at this moment. Carl looking for another one. Might get it, but a block. Will it still go in? No ping pongs around the net. Now Jarhead has the speed. We'll send it on target, but it might not be enough, but gets it around the final opportunity. Jarhead kind of goes forwards and backwards and puts it directly on target.
They had to go through it. They had a breakaway, and they still had to go through a pretty hectic goal line there to even get a goal in. Meanwhile, of course, Atlantic is just scoring from above their crossbar. Either way, they do cut the lead in half. Be good effect here. Good face off, but Elko's all over it. He beats 2-1. If open net, look at them go.
Man, this is a little bit. Both players hit the brakes hard here in the middle, and they end up kind of in the same sector. Not sure which one made the call, if any call was made. A clear baseball, I got it would have sufficed. But unfortunately, I think there's a little bit of a breakdown, and that lapse in communication leads to the punishing goal here for Happage Sports. They are very willing to make you see the error of your ways. Kara will leave that for their teammate. And no goal on that one, but a good shot. Testing the defense. And now they're kind of locked in their own side. Kara slowly making their way forward. And finally the breakthrough. They will get a clear. They will get a breath of fresh air here.
And it is a bit worrying for Evolve Red when you see them, like you said, had that kind of breakdown of communication. Look at Kara go, by the way. Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
The demo as well. Passing play here as well. But I do want to say I'm a little bit worried for the mental and kind of the comms. Like you said, a little bit of breakdown like that for Evolve Red. You've got to stay in it mentally. You've got to keep calming. When you're playing against a team that's popping off like this, you have to fall back on those comms. If they go, the match goes.
Yeah, absolutely. There's radio silence doesn't really lead to anything productive here, and you have to beat them as a unit because you have to defend these players as a unit. So, still a little bit of time. I feel like we get to this spot in the game, and it's a very familiar scoreline. This 4-1 as Happage Sports. They're good for at least for each of these games. And now looking to kind of close this one out. Still half of the match remaining. Kara, a little bit of space to try to go for the back pass. It's a dangerous spot as the 50 will leave that one neutral at the field. But now Jarhead looking to go it all alone. Good 50. Any read off the back wall? No, not quite. Carl will look for their teammate here as Cal waiting for this one, follow-up shot, and they're teasing multiple goals. They're threatening, and they're not really letting Evolve get any room to do anything past that midfield line.
That back wall currently for Evolve Red is getting pummeled. Will Kara finally get one? Yes, Kara finally does put one in, but I mean, how many times did the ball threaten that back wall? Like you said, teasing that goal multiple times. Of course, it'll end in a Kara goated goal here once again. How many have we seen so far in this series? I don't think that'll be the last. If I could throw a prediction in here, I think Kara's got plenty more in the chamber. Much to the chagrin of Evolve Red, they're currently on the receiving end of a force of nature. Once again here, we saw yesterday Icy, one player kind of take control of all the lobbies. We're seeing that again. Good heads up block there for Jarhead.
Yeah, well, right now I'm sure that besides maybe some of the fans at Happage Sports, there's going to be plenty of people happy with that performance. You know who's going to be happy? The Skyward Series content team. I mean, my oh my, are they going to have all of the tweets, the TikToks with all of these goals? But we do see Evolve kind of bite back here, and still plenty of time. It is 2-5. They have a minute 40 more or less to try and get a few goals back, and looks like Happage Sports are trying to come up with different ways to score on their opponents, leaving them maybe a slight bit vulnerable in this game if they decide to let their foot off the gas. But Kara, again, flip reset, will hold it, tries to go for the musty, and now opportunity. Jarhead just needs to hit this one on target, will be able to do so. 2 goals with a minute to play, probably the closest that they've been at one of the end of these games.
And most of these goals are kind of coming off of the back end. You mentioned it. I mean, Atlantic are just looking for cool new ways to score. Like, they're bumping each other. They're getting a little wacky with it. Could lead them down a very bad path. This is a face-off goal almost goes in, but Helical was back on this one. It might be another one here for DC Stall. Car is back, though. But this is definitely a much closer game. But the goals are mostly coming from just weird openings that, honestly, Atlantic are creating themselves. By the way, Helical's going to score this one again. Once again, Kara goes in there and just creates an absolute mess in front of the net. You see Jarhead up on that one. You see DC Stall couldn't quite get that off the post there, and Helical has no issue turning that one in.
Yeah, I mean, when a player demands that much attention, it's really hard to not panic, to not try and immediately send that ball away, and maybe play a little bit faster than your body, your reflexes allow you to play. 48 seconds left here. They might find another open opportunity. Jarhead will have to get a good read and get past the last defender, but a good block and no help here. The cavalry will not arrive, at least for a moment longer, as the demo will stall them out. Car up, Cal there as well, and multiple things to read out here. Will they be able to send it away? Light touch. It will be sent up again, and this seems to be a playground here for the side of Happy Sports, as they're willing to kind of keep this one up, willing to play around in the space, get multiple goals if they can, and not enough time for Evolve to get this one back, and very quickly we find ourselves at triple match point for Happy Sports.
And it's another one of those situations where just you got to feel for Evolve Red when you see that last minute show up and the clock just starts melting. It's just Helical and Kara ball chasing through the Evolve Red corner, honestly. Kind of throwing all caution to the wind just to kill the clock most of the time. I mean, it's been pretty brutal for Evolve Red so far. And seeing kind of those breakdowns of communication is definitely a little bit scary to see for them. Jarhead, though, put up 880 on that match. Pretty good. 7 saves, though. That's a lot of points there. That's just how much offense Atlantic is throwing at him right now.
Yeah, I mean, 7 saves on the 15 shots here for Happage Sports. So, love to see they're still battling. They're still working their way through. Jarhead had a couple of hard-fought goals on the transition, and I'd love to see if they could translate that and get something consistently. But it is all about them being able to catch Happage Sports off guard and transition, not only get control of the ball but follow it up. That is the most important part. They have to transition well, is getting control, being there to make a threatening shot afterwards, and that second part has been one of the more difficult, is getting past that midfield line with a decent amount of control here. But love to see a early goal from the side of Evolved if they could really put the pressure on Happen Sports, who seem very comfortable on the ball so far.
Absolutely, pressure already on though as Jarhead. Ooh, look at the control from Helico though. Didn't even let that one pop up. I'll tell you what, in Plat, it's a
Yeah.
guaranteed goal for Jarhead. Just the control from these players is insane. This one now headed back to DC Stall. Good amount of boost here for DC Stall. Gonna pick up that 100 as well. Good control. Over top of Helico. Is it in? It's not quite in. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Probably their best look, but now looking for something on the ceiling. We'll leave it for a teammate as Jarhead looks for the far right corner, will be sent away. Nice little bit of offense here, and they're going to keep it going. DC Stall looking to fake him out, goes for the 50 in the pinch, and they'll cycle back here. A little bit of offense. Kara will eventually get a hold of it, and now starts in the air. Musty there, and the demo will seal the deal for their first goal, and it was dominated by Evolve at the beginning, but Happy Sports cannot be denied.
Cobra, I want to put this in perspective a little bit. I mean, Evolve Red just spent basically an entire minute on the Atlantic goal line, and still it took one clear from Kara for Atlantic to take the goal. They just spent a minute on the opposite goal line just to get scored on. Helico about to put up another one. Kara's already reading that one. DC Stall just
here we
turn and
go.
burn this one. Here we go with the open nets once again. This is what they've got to capitalize on. Just let Atlantic outplay themselves.
Yeah, listen, if there is some way that they can continue to maybe bait some of these overcommits from Happy Sports where they're, sending multiple players up in the air without having the confirmed touch and then send it right back. I mean, if that's the way that you got to survive in this series, I'm sure they will take it here, but we are equal. 3 minutes and 40 seconds here. Goal shot on target, and it is just so methodic. When they get in front of net, these shots do not miss.
I mean, it's just natural for Kara and Helico. Look at that shot. Absolutely gross shot. I mean, he couldn't have got it any more flush. Just sails it straight into the net. There was one in net, but Shabby, the shot was just so good you can't save it. DC Stall, really good face-off here. Grab that boost, up and over. Here he goes. He's going to wrap on it. Down to Jarhead. Good passing play, but that defense, I mean, let's talk about the defense from Atlantic as well. Wait a minute. They might be getting scored on here.
You see?
There we go.
There we go. All right, we're getting a little bit of back and forth here. And, just one lack of a touch there in Happen Sports, maybe seeing for the first time Evolve willing to have that second player in a spot to capitalize on some of those mistakes. Some, making decisive moves when you can. A good win here. Kara maybe in a little bit of danger, but does play it to a teammate who immediately launches test the defense on the other side. They will be up to the task for now, but will get demoed for their efforts.
And it is ooh, I was going to say it's back and forth, but Kara's going to immediately break that tie. I will say, though, I mean, you kind of alluded to it. Evolve Red just doing a really good job of capitalizing on the very small, minute mistakes, well, maybe not a minute mistake, fully missing a ball, a straight up whiff in this lobby is a pretty big mistake. But I think if Helico and Kara can start making those mistakes a little bit more often, like they're currently playing a play style where if they miss one touch, they're kind of out of position because look, they're both up currently, but they just don't make mistakes. If even one of them messes up slightly, it'll be Evolve Red just straight up turn and burn, get that in, immediate counterattack.
Well, it is high risk, high reward, and a nice little touch here from Jarhead, trying to make a little bit of room and trying to go up with it, but wasn't able to quite handle that one. DC Stall, stalling for time here. Kara, the bounce. It will be 2v1, but sending it directly into the teeth here of Happy Sports. Helico, not a lot of boost. Good challenge here from DC Stall. Would it award them with the ball? No, not quite. Kara, flip a reset, will hold it, and then use it to fire. Helico, the follow-up will be denied yet again. Kara, a turn, try to go up in the air, demolished before they get the chance, but it doesn't equal to possession just yet. Now, DC Stall, quite smartly trying to at least get that downfield, but even when they're getting these clears, it's not really meaning that they're getting meaningful possession. They're just buying a little bit of time for them not to be on the orange side of the half. Now, opportunity here. Looking for the 50, straight down waterfall, but it will be a really tough shot to make as of right now. And, the action is close. We are getting a very close game here in what could be the possible final minute, but Evolve fighting for their life. They cannot give in another goal. 3-2 gives them the opportunity to equalize here.
They've got a full minute 20 to do it here. This shot could be in. Carl will get a touch on that one. I will say the demos coming in for Evolve Red have been pretty nice, but they just don't result in anything. Will this one drop in? No, the crossbar will team up with Atlantic a little bit and not let that one through. Helical now through the corner. Can Jarhead get this clear? He can, but look at Carl already up on it. Good catch here, about quarter field. He's stall over the top. Carl and Helical in the same corner. These are the kind of things I'm talking about where it's just a little bit awkward, but they just don't make mistakes anyway. They put themselves in weird positions, but they just rely on their natural talent to get them out of it.
DC stall, maybe looking for something here. Good 50, and now will force Jarhead back at least a moment. Now to the corner. Kara won't go for it immediately. Instead turns and has a little bit of space to go up. Flip reset secured. Looking for the musty. Doesn't quite get it, but maybe an opportunity for their teammate. No, not quite. Now the turn possession here. DC Sol sends it wide, and they have less than 30 seconds. A little bit of boost. They'll wait. They'll look for a teammate, but unfortunately didn't have the ball secured in a spot to do so. DC Sol, a great interception here. Will it lead to a scoring opportunity? Jarhead kind of sent aside. Final moments. We have to see it here. Now or never here. Jarhead up top. Has to be the most important goal here, but denied, and the time will get away from them. One more goal for the side of Happage Sports, and they will end it in 4. The sweep to go on to the next round.
Absolutely, yeah, and it was another one of those we just watched the clock evaporate, unfortunately. I mean, they Evolve Red put up a really good fight. We only mentioned this briefly before the match actually got started, but I mean, Atlantic were undefeated in their season, and for good reason. Helical and Car are insane.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's probably the best game here from Evolve. Just too little, too late, and with a talented team like Happage here, you know, there's really only so much that you could do. Again, it was an up and down season for Evolve, but you know, they did make it to this point. They were top 8, and that's nothing to you know, hang your head about, so they can keep their heads held up high. And we will be moving on here. Happage Esports will move on. We'll be seeing them a little bit more on the stream, but for right now, we have a little bit of time. So we'll send you to the desk, see their thoughts about the series.
All right, I'm walking them through it in a sec. I just wanted.
What's up, baby?
We're
Dude,
in.
we got absolutely
What else
fucking
is he recording?
destroyed.
If you're
Whoever is talking in Video Ninja, mute.
That was
you,
me.
you can hear someone?
That was me. That was me.
Okay, I was gonna say it's not me.
Wait. Stop. Wait, no, Seth, turn off your. Am I really here? Am I really here?
I think
Oh,
you
you're
are.
muted.
I'm really here. Jeez.
No, we're not.
Welcome, guys, to Skyward's playoffs, round number 2, semifinals. I've decided to make my appearance because I know I couldn't next weekend because some issues. You know, I'm on vacation. I'm sad I can't be here casting on the main channel, but I am here now with my friends Draco Bezio of the Sporty FC here on the desk tonight, semifinals action. And guys, we have 3 sweeps in the first round. How is that going to play for the rest of the bracket?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Again, it is Premier Series. There's a lot of differences between these teams and their ranks and such. It shows who's really prepared today, I think, and who isn't coming in prepared. I mean, again, Happy Age Atlantic swept Evolve Red, Double A Batteries swept Milky Militia Kings. We had Rats win over Breeze. We had Striker Bubbles 4-0 over 100x35 Blanco. 4 sweeps today, quite impressive. But again, what's crazy is that that's only the start of our action today. And again, that shows, I think, really who's ready for today's action. We've got the 4 teams that are ready. Now they're in the semifinals.
Yeah, all these teams are ready to go right now, all revving up their engines for the second round of the playoffs. But on the cast tonight, on the mainstream, we have Happy DG Esports Atlantic versus AA Ratteries, casted by two of the greatest casters in the game. But guys, let's talk about this matchup here. I'm gonna go to you, Draco. You know, what are you thinking here after 2 sweeps on their side? You know, how do you think this series is gonna play out?
I mean, I don't know if you guys saw it, but on the desk before the Happy Atlantic series, I actually predicted Happy to drop 2 games to Evolve Red, and clearly they took offense to that. They proved me wrong. So I actually think Happy is much more prepared than I thought they were, obviously. So I mean, it's tough because they both swept.
Right?
It's tough because they both swept. But I mean, you got to trust the 10-0 season.
Yeah, trust the 10-0 season. Bezio, I'm gonna go to you, my friend. What are you thinking here? Are you gonna go with Happy's or are you gonna go the other side in Ratteries?
I'm gonna go with the Ratters.
Really?
I think on the Happy Edge Esports United team, there is a fraud on that team. It's a well known, and I don't think that they're gonna make it. I think it gets worse every single series.
Happy's getting called out by Bezio right now. As we saw last time from Draco's calling them out losing 2 games, they did not take that lightly, and they just cleaned the clock of Evolve Red. So let's see how they respond to that comment. Sporty, I'm gonna go over to you. I know you've talked about these 2 teams a lot. You're very highly on both of these teams, but I want to know who you're leaning toward.
Yeah, I did get to see the AA Ratteries match was on my stream. It was a sweep, but it was really close. The sweep does not explain how well MM Kings played, but also doesn't explain just how close that series really was. It was a 4-0, sure, but the first 2 games were all 1 goal differential. Game 1 ended in overtime. Game 2, a 0-second goal was what won it. Game 3, we had a goal in like the last 20 seconds that won it. These games have all been really close. The only game that got away was Game 4, and by that point the series was over. But again, I think we talk about these teams, talk about them sweeping, but a sweep does not explain. Whereas for Happy Age Atlantic, I think they've just been playing really well. They're a solid team. I believe these teams have played each other before. Happy Age Sports has played a lot of these teams again, and Happy Age Sports haven't lost to a lot of teams. Have they played the Batteries? They have not actually played the Batteries yet, so these teams are not used to each other. Quite impressive, but I still have a Happy Sports Atlantic winning this one. I think them, they're just overall the better team. They have coming into such a high seed. They deserve to be the team that I predict to win this whole thing, really.
Yeah, you know, they're definitely a strong team, but, you know, as I'm going to try to redeem myself here with my prediction. You know, I'm not the best at predictions, as most people know, but today I'm looking to go 2 for 2 for the rest of the night. Tonight, I'm going to go for the Ratteries, man. I'm going for the Ratteries. You know, I just like them better in this series. I feel like they match up a little bit better, even though Bezio said there is a fraud on that side. We're not going to name names, but I believe in them more. I think they're going to pull it out. And it's going to be a tough series. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the first series tonight that goes the distance, goes the 7, and it's going to be a great matchup here. But right now, that is all from us from the desk. We're going to head it over to the 2 men who are captaining the rest of tonight, Cobra Warrior and a feisty Taquito. We'll see you guys soon.
What's going on, everybody? You know what I mean? I'm here. I made it. I actually got to be here, but I'm not on the desk. I am actually going to be taking you through this game with the wonderful, the amazing, the handsome Cobra Warrior, who I have not been with on a cast for God, how long has it been, dude?
It has truly been a while, so I am glad that we get this opportunity to kind of take a look at this team. I'm hoping that this is a much closer series, but yeah, in case you didn't see the series previously, Atlantic was absolutely crushing it. We're going to see some high-flying action, so you're in for a treat here, sir.
I mean, I do recognize Kara, and I mean, what is it? You know what? Heliacal? I don't know. Heliacal?
Heliacal is what we were going by. We could be wrong. So
Okay.
we'll see. I'm sure somebody in the chat will let us know exactly what the verbiage is. But helical, helicopter, they were flying around all over the field.
You
So
know,
no matter
Optimus
what,
Prime. Optimus Prime at
exactly
this point.
whatever was, Autobots, Decepticons, they're getting goals. So that's really all that matters on the field. But listen, this is an opportunity for AA Ratteries to really kind of build momentum here because they had the tougher match. Sporty was talking a little bit about the sweep that was not really reflective of how the series went, that it took some late game heroics and some late game goals to get the victory. Now, they might be able to implement that against a team that really didn't feel like they were fully challenged in that first series.
I feel that, man. I feel that. So what I'm hearing is that Happy Atlantic is just, they're the decimators. They're going to end this bracket. And we're about to get on the pitch right now to see it happen. But I hope Mochi and Raichu can give them a run for their money. But Cobra Warrior, you started us off here. You told me all about it. Take me through this first kickoff.
5 minutes on the clock. It is still best of 7 territory. And, something that both these teams have to dominate is the skies. And Mochi will take absolutely no time to score from the corner. Look at this negative angle here.
Literally, somebody get the protractor out. I don't even know if you could find that in math class. That angle was so sharp. But here we are, kickoff number 2, 10 seconds in, and that's not Happy Atlantic that's first on the board, Cobra. That was AA Ratteries. And Friday, when I was setting up for the desk and I was taking predictions, there was somebody who did predict AA Ratteries as an upset. But as I say that, Kara said, stop talking about our opponents and start talking about Happy Atlantic. Kara putting the first point on the board for blue.
Yeah, it's not going to take very long for this team to respond. Maybe, a little bit of a wake-up call, realizing this is not going to be a similar series like you had the one before. So you do have to come prepared, and AA Ratteries are sure to give a fight, but Kara has been absolutely critical when it comes to scoring, and they've had quite a creative way of going about it as well. I'm sure we're going to see a little bit of an example of it. Here you go. Looking for the double, the angle, follow-up shot will be good, and, the goals are great, but sometimes the assist is just that much sweeter.
Helicopter, Decepticon, Starscream, Heliacal, whatever we're calling him, is there for the cleanup. But we can just call him the janitor because he came in and cleaned that goal up right on up. 2-1. Happy Atlantic is up in game number 1. Raichu trying to find 2 for their team, but it's off the back wall. Not on target. Mochi in a very awkward position. Gets a great 50, though. Great control right here is going to slow it down. Play it to the side. Does Raichu win the foot race? They do, into the corner, but it's right over to Kara after they get deleted. Cobra, I mean, you talk about the high flying action. You talk about, all the things that happened in game number 1 or the series number 1 here for this Happy Atlantic squad. But AA Ratteries is looking pretty good on the pitch. That's a pass, almost scored.
Yeah, right now I do like the approach here by AA Ratteries. When they have time on the ball, especially on the ground, they are making the most of it. They are keeping it close. They're forcing Happage to play to them because you don't really want to give Happage any freebies here as Raichu will cast Thunderbolt on the right side of the net. My word, it is top pins.
For anybody who can't see that, I just want you to know that little... what do you call it? Little cut play right there. Yeah. 72 miles an hour, upper 90 on the right side of the goal. That was definitely Thunderbolt if I have ever seen it coming from Raichu. Tie game. And by the way, I found the prediction, Cobra. Do you want to know who said that AA Ratteries was going to go to the finals?
I absolutely would love to see that prediction, hear that prediction.
It was none other. Well, Mochi is going to score. Well, I'm going to tell you, it was none other than NJ Outlaw himself. NJ Outlaw has AA Ratteries and Bubbles in the finals, is what I heard about predictions.
Well, I mean, Outlaw has been fairly accurate. I believe they're 2 for 2 so far. I am as well, but I believe I picked Breeze, so unfortunately my run will end here. But, you know, they have the opportunity to maybe get 3 for 3 in terms of the finals prediction and winner. But right now, Ratteries, they have to keep on delivering here. Mochi on target. Kara unable to do anything about that. The angle was not friendly, and Mochi just barrels on through.
I mean, you don't stop an attack like that, especially when your car is backwards to the oncoming shot. It's coming off the back wall. Your car is literally facing a wide open net. Kara definitely knew that they couldn't do anything to defend that shot. Mochi gets basically a free one right there. We're up by 2 here in game number 1, and we're just 10 seconds after halftime. There's 6 points on the board, Cobra. What is going on in this game? Wonderful save.
Yeah, I mean, these two teams, I don't believe they played each other in the regular season. I think finally we're seeing an offense that can match up to what Happage Sports have been putting out so far. And I think right now what we're missing from this squad is they haven't really been able to get quality looks in the air. They've been denied that passage. It's like SAM missiles that have been kind of cutting them off before they get to their target. But right now, Mochi will wait on this one in the middle of the field, has to parry that aside, and Carl touch high into the air, and Helkel doesn't want the look of that. It will be Raichu up in the sky. Good interception here. Possible opportunity for Happage Sports. But, I mean, they've been very cool, calm, collected anytime they have the ability to take a look. They want to take the time, but Helical won't give it to them here.
Look at this late flip reset almost to the ground. The bounce, 45 miles an hour, just enough power to put it high enough over the defense. That is a wonderful way to close the point gap from 2 to 1. But if Mochi has anything to say, they try to get another. But Kara, good on the defense, is going to have a problem coming out of this corner. Mochi gets a touch. That's a wide open shot. Unfortunately, that's going to be a goal. You can't push up that hard without any tools. And unfortunately, Kara did not have the tools to get that ball out of midfield. Right now, Cobra, I think the biggest analysis that I can give seeing this AA Ratteries team is they are absolutely locking down the midfield.
Yeah, they're locking down the midfield, and they're locking it down in a grounded approach. They're making sure that, you know, you're kind of fighting them in their game, and the 50s are going really well for them. It's going well, and it's predictable as well. They're putting it in spots where their teammates, you know, either one of them can make the most of it. And I think that's so very nice when you're playing a grounded game. You make it easy for your running mate to make it work. But now, one-on-one situation. Helical will wait for the reinforcements. Kara, shot will be a little bit off, but the follow-up off the bar and away. Good opportunity there, but unfortunately won't find anything the first try. We'll have to try the second and the third, but that one will be all the way through. Raichu will strike again, and that one's as close as you could call, but unfortunately not able to close out the space.
I mean, at this point, I'm saying Raichu has thrown away Thunderbolt. They are just straight up using Thunder.
Yeah.
They are raining down these goals right now on Happy Atlantic, you know, and we could chalk up game number 1. Unfortunately, it's going to go by the way of AA Ratteries. They can get a garbage time 1 here. They can get it, you know, 2 seconds left on the clock, 1 more point on the board. Let's just pad the stats. At this point, you've got the win, guys. The wound cannot be sealed.
No, it cannot be, and they'll have to, you know, basically exit the battlefield here and return another day because it is not looking well. And I'm starting to notice a little bit as well on the attacking plays. Helical being the number one, the one that is bringing in the ball from the air. I don't think they have the aerial agility or creativity that Kara has. And when Kara is typically in the air bringing the ball in, and Helical is the player that is reacting to that play, that's typically when they're a little bit more successful. on those attacking plays. It's been a lot of Helical having to go first just because of positioning. So interesting to see if they could force the play and the game script into a different sort of tempo to get the players on the right side of the ball here.
I gotta back that up. I do agree that what I'm seeing is Helical is I almost forcing the envelope on the side of Happy Esports. I think with AA Ratteries, you called it out perfect. They're using their ground game advantage to push the ball forward to just make a wonderful progression downfield. And with their ability to lock down this mid, it's almost like they have the perfect offense and defense. They're allowed to get back just in time to make a good defensive play. They turn it into a wonderful counter. And I don't think Happy has the ability to catch up to them when they go the other way. But here we are, game number 2, 5 minutes on the clock. We've got the first kickoff goes up. It's kind of on the side of AA Rat. What is going on?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. It kind of had a little bit of a pause for thought because that kickoff almost went so wrong, but Raichu taking it the other way. And Hellcat, not a ton of Hellcat, excuse me. But maybe a little bit of an awkward start here, and a wonderful save that was slotted, but somehow off of the woodwork. Raichu there, waterfall down. It's a tough angle, and they're not going to be able to see that one to the ground. Demoed for their efforts, but now the game's starting to reopen up. It was a really awkward kickoff and a uncomfortable back and forth, but I feel like both of these teams now are a little bit more adjusted, or at least you would think they were. Maybe you wouldn't know based off that touch, but awkward first minute. We're totally fine for the rest of the game here.
Dude, are you sure? Can our brains catch up to what's happening right now? Kara's can. Kara is handling it. Thankfully, we've got a goal, at least kind of within the first minute. An excellent demo from Helical coming out to open up that back line. We've got 1-0 on the board. This time, Happy starting us off in game number 2. And why did we just have 2 random people join the match?
That is a good question, and the one that unfortunately we will not be able to answer, and hopefully we'll get that taken care of. But as of right now, a demo again from Helical, but the touch a little bit too far away. Kara not able to really secure that one, and it will be the equalizer here for AA Ratteries.
I am very happy that we got the equalizer. Maybe it was the script of having someone join really quickly to throw off the offense that Happy had on the field. That's got to be what that's the script. I'm reading it right here. I think I found it in the notes.
Well, right now we're getting these back and forth long runs through the ground. Kara will turn, decides to go up themselves. Backboard read is there. The double blocked away. Expertly done there on the back line. Wait. Oh! With the pinch and stuck with the play. It was a 50, but they did not give up on it. They did not stop, and they will be rewarded.
I'm going to let you guys know right now. I'm going to let you in on a little phrase my friend gave me a long time ago. That phrase is, you gots to see it through, my boy. You've got to see it through. And when you see it through, you make shots like Helical. Taking the lead here 2-1. We're finally through the second minute of regulation. And the pace of this one is much slower than game number 1. Demo coming out. Goal is wide open. Raichu putting themselves in a very unadvantageous position with that demo. I'm sure they were aiming for the ball. They were not aiming for the car. But it's going to be Kara who puts another point. That's 2-point lead on the side of blue. And I'm thinking they hold most of the advantage in at least this game. The adaptation came in strong at the end of game number 1.
Yeah, I think you hit it on the head when you talked about the pace being a lot slower. And it's almost so slow that it feels very uncomfortable at times for both squads in different parts of the field. And I think there's a little bit of of an anxiety that they have to speed it up. They don't like where it's sitting on the field with this, CQB style of Rocket League. Good pass, right shoe has a look, but Kara will defend the net well. Now trying to quickly get started with the transition. Heliacal follows the entire way, decides to give up on the chase, at least for the demo, and kind of dives at this one. Carl will be alone, reads out the pass, and Mochi will be denied for the moment. A lot of space to work here. The touch actually won't go through, and Heliacal will square up on it, sends it back midfield, but throws away possession. Maybe a little bit of a misread. Now back to the blue half. Kara needs a little bit of help trying to hold on to this one, and they're finally trying to get the clear, but it feels a little bit uncomfortable on both sides. Kara looking for the chip. It will go out the woodwork. Pinches in. Kara will be rewarded there with goal number 4.
I started laughing in the middle of that when you said Kara needed help, and their car literally just got launched by the opponent. So the ball crossed the field. So they literally got what they were trying to get from the opponent. They got the help, and I wanted to say something, but the moment kept developing. Kara scores the goal. They're up by 3. And I mean, I don't call things early, but right now, if I'm AA Ratteries, I need to be doing a lot more than trying to play boomer ball with these possessions. We saw the collection in game number 1. We saw how close they kept the ball to the car. But in this game, they're just banging shots left and right down the field, and they're handing over possession. It's almost as if they're playing nervous because they can't track the pace of the game.
Yeah, and I think a little bit of that is the demos that were introduced. Good shot here, but Heliacal quick enough to get back to it, and I don't know if the defense is quick enough to retort here. Carl will get yet another one, and what has happened in this game? 5-1, and both of these teams, there was a swing early on by AA Ratteries. Now it is a swing directly back as Happage Atlantic. They have absolutely no problem, getting their get-back game here.
I think what it is, I mean, it's plain and simple. Happage Atlantic took game number 1 very personally. That's what happened. They took game number 1 very personally. They were not happy about it. That redirect, almost on target. Mochi almost finding a very solid touch right there. It just went a little too wide. I believe it was because of the bump. Great save right there by Raichu. And I feel like, I kind of feel like Raichu has kind of de-evolved. We're back at a Pikachu right now. They've been kind of quiet this game. We're down to the last 9 seconds. It's easy to call it. Happage gets game number 1. They tie us up. They knot us up in the series 1-1. But guys, we have a possibility of 5 more games. We can still see this action unfold in front of us, and we could possibly get a game 7. But instead, they're not going to let the ball drop at 0 seconds. They're going to go for the flip, reset, garbage time goal. Heliacal, what is this? Are you styling for the 0-second goal?
Yeah. I mean, listen, there was plenty of opportunities in game number 1 for Heliacal to do the same thing. And you know what happened? Kara bumped them out of the way and then took the double taps for themselves. It happened twice, at least in that past series. They got to style a little bit on their own, but a much different look here for the side of Happage Atlantic. And it started out with that, a little bit of that demo game, a really awkward first minute of play, but they seem to be, the aggressors after that minute. They seem to be the ones that came out on top.
I mean, if we look at it, there's a very simple stat I'd just like to point out here. Mm-hmm. There are 8 saves on the side of Happage Atlantic. There are 9 shots on the side of AA Ratteries. They scored 1 goal. If that does not tell you how this game went, then that should just be a very big example of how hard AA Ratteries worked in this game number 2, and nothing paid off for them. We're going to see what's going to happen in this next game number 3. Cobra, what does AA Ratteries need to do before we hit the kickoff?
Yeah, I think they had the perfect pace in game number 1, and I think the pace kind of got away from them because it slowed down, and then it got quicker, and they started, trying to dump and chase, and the quickness. They were at supersonic trying to dribble, and they just didn't have the control. They didn't have the clean 50s like they had in game number 1. They kind of have to get back into the pocket in terms of how they were controlling the game. Raichu, quick fire shot, that'll go in. And if that is the pocket, then I love to beat. I'll be a little kangaroo for you right underneath the bar, and it's 1-0 AA Ratteries.
Oh man, we're gonna start calling Cobra Joey at this point. The kangaroo pocket, man. All right, now we've got AA Ratteries. They started us off in game number 1, and they won game number 1. Happy Atlantic started us off in game number 2. They won game number 2. So far, the trend is whoever scores first is gonna take the W. But I don't think when you're jumping around awkward at the net like that, you cannot take the W. But luckily, Old Ironsides comes in strong until the defensive rotations completely collapse.
Yeah, again, it's just a little bit of a heavy touch. I think Raichu, already scanning downfield and trying to plan what they're doing, and a heavy touch puts that directly into the hands of Heliacal. And, so far, I think Heliacal's really had a great read on this game. Kara looking to add their name, drops it off for their teammate, and unfortunately not able to get on the other side of it. Now Mochi, quick cut, looking for the read, and doesn't really have any more boost to do any more damage. Raichu has to save this one on the defensive side, pass to the middle. Kara backwards on it. It should waterfall down, but Heliacal might not be able to really do anything. It's really quick fire decisions from both of these squads are starting to play faster and faster as the pace is dictating them to make decisions quicker and quicker to really outdo their opponents here.
I think what I love seeing, especially at this level, is when both teams enact some form of adaptation. You get to see kind of the, I guess we'll call it the skill level of the ability to, really use their brain power. That Musty almost found its way into the goal. It's off the backboard, right? She's gonna be able to play this. Gets a little bump right there. Mochi slowing them down, but they might be what they need. They don't have enough boost to follow it up, but okay. Are we just gonna put that in? Where was the miscommunication on the goal line? Kara, Heliacal. I see. They didn't communicate who was going to actually go for that save. Both end up double committing. That's going to be AA Ratteries up 2-1 here. We are almost through the second minute of regulation. Strong kickoff here. Going to go over to Heliacal to see if Happy Atlantic can get something. The double is looking good, but it goes wide to the corner. It's now up to Orange to progress this downfield.
Yeah, Heliacal has been looking for that exact look a few times now, and they're waiting for the perfect moment where the read works out the exact way they want it. But right now, AA Ratteries not giving them anything for free. They do have the lead, which means they have a little bit of a cushion, but not much. There's going to be a continual look at the net. Kara will at least play it to the corner, steal some boost, will continue to put pressure onto the net, and wants to start going after those goalkeepers, going after that back line, making them as uncomfortable as possible.
Gosh.
Here is a nice dish, but Raichu quick enough to steer that away for now.
I just want to point something out as well. In that 10 to 15 second interval right there, Kara stole 300 boost. They got both of the corners, rotated out, came back in. The corner spawned one more time. They picked it up. They were able to take 300 boost in a 15-second period away from AA Ratteries. That is why they have this offensive pressure right now. They're doing well to keep it in the orange half. Whether something is fruitful or not, they are putting it on thick, coming towards the orange side. And it just seems that even with the low amount of boost, the low amount of utility that AA Ratteries have, they're still able to put on a masterclass defense. And
wow.
They can't seem to turn it around. Oh my gosh, the counter is good. Kara laying in wait upfield. That is going to be a knotted up game. 2-2 as we roll into the final 90 seconds.
Yeah, and a real complete play there by Kara. We don't get to see the entirety of what happened, but they're on the field on the opposite side of the field on their defensive corner, having to avoid the demo getting that huge 50 and then being on the other side to finally put that through again from coast to coast, having to do all of that work. And really the complete play here. Now looking for a follow-up, the encore, if you will, but Heliacal will wait. 2 on the play and kind of hits it up. That does leave it on a silver platter for the side of AA Ratteries, but they won't be able to start the entree just yet. Less than a minute remaining. Raichu in the net. Will send it off the side wall. Their teammate taken out of the fray for now, when they will at least test the keeper in net. Kara up in the air, backflip. It'll have to be their teammate keeping up the attack, but they'll just let this one go. They need a little bit of boost. They want their position, so they'll wait in the corners. Another boost there secured for Kara. Looking for the 50.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that, interrupting you.
Another bounce. No one's there.
I was going to interrupt you. There was a great play right there, and then it turned into a goal, so it doesn't matter. It started with that offense downfield that it was a defensive rotation that came out from the corner. You saw Raichu chasing Heliacal into the corner, going for the demo, but because they ran out of boost, they couldn't get there. Kara picks up the boost, pushes the ball forward. Heliacal, with the help, turned that into a counter. They're up by 1. We have 7 seconds on the clock. They just need to possess the ball, keep it off the ground, hopefully put it down. Oh, and that's gonna be it. Mochi can't get there in time. And in a stunning defensive rotation play from their own corner, they take the lead in the final seconds of that game. Happy's win a crucial game number 3.
Yeah, and right now I think they're really starting to get into a rhythm and a game script that works for them. It is 13 shots on the side of Happage Atlantic and only 4 for the side of AA Ratteries. It's still a very close game. 4 shots, 2 goals. They still made it close, but for teams like this, it is minute details, and now it's starting to become that boost battle, being able to kind of compete, have boost in the tank in order for both these teams to actually get up to the ball, have these 50s transition over and over and over again. And as you keep going through, you start to run out of those resources. So it's, is the pathing going to be correct? Are the rotations going to be good enough to keep you in the play, keep the resources topped up for long enough? And my oh my, this is turning into a little bit of a cerebral series here. Not only the mechanics on display.
Yeah, it's definitely the mind games, I think, for me. And the best part about the mind games is these players are immensely blessed with amazing mechanical skill to put those mind mechanics on display for us to see. We have gone through one series with Happy's Atlantic. I think nobody really expected them to have much of an opponent from what I was hearing on the desk, but AA Ratteries is proving that just because you beat the first team easy doesn't mean you get series number 2 easy. A couple of great shots coming out in these first few seconds of game number 4. And this, in my opinion, has to be AA Ratteries' game to win. If they lose it here, it is going to be Mount Everest worth of a climb to come back in this series.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to have to win 3 straight games against an opponent like this, especially when these games are decided by the thinnest of margins. But now, opportunity. Raichu should survive long enough to see one touch, but will they get the follow? No, not quite. Heliacal will get that one to go. And Kara, again, great positioning, great awareness to turn back in, help that ball just get a little bit closer to the net. Rewarded yet again with the first goal in this game.
Man, it is wonderful. On that kickoff, we see Raichu take possession, go into the corner, and they had a little fun with it. But they said, you know what, guys, you can go ahead and play with the ball. I'm gonna hand possession over. I don't think I can do it anymore. As we go back to the orange half on the back wall, Mochi is jumping awkwardly. Hey guys, over on AA Ratteries, I know we're a little bit awkward. We may be a little bit flustered. But can we not have a repeated awkward moment, or we could just leave the net open on the opposite side? Blue, I guess we get it. Happy's was like, hey guys, we see y'all are being awkward here. You know what? Here's a charity goal. We got you guys. Knot it up. Minute 30. Take it away from this game in regulation. Cobra, what are we thinking?
Well, I mean, just thinking about that play, it's such a tough call where you're seeing your teammate, have an area where the ball kind of gets away from him, and you feel like you can help him by getting there just a bit sooner, and you meet him at the same ball, and then neither of you get the touch that you want, and then you double committed, and then it's sent on target. It's a thing that you really have to learn how to break, and it's much easier said than done. But it happens all the time, especially in my ranked games where it's like someone has an aerial, they're like, I can help you, I promise. Oh, that's a big old miss on the side of AA Ratteries, but they are able to recover for now. Follow-up shot goes to the wall just a bit outside, but not quite done yet. Heliacal trying to buy all the time in the world, doesn't really have any boost, but Kara up in the air. We'll have someone following up. No touch there from Mochi, but now downfield. Will be Kara following along the lines, carrying that around the goal line, trying to stay alive. Will fall to the other side. Heliacal again, buying time. Doesn't really want to extend this opportunity when they don't have the cavalry there in support. And, a little bit less than half of the game remaining in both these teams. They are battling tooth and nail, looking for an advantage in this series.
I think the most advantageous state I've seen, and this is from either squad, I mean, this is just any player on the field so far, it was actually AA Rat. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. That was a pass to the opponent in front of your own net. That's a little scary. But it was AA Ratteries with their ground game in game number 1. That was the most advantageous state we've seen in this series so far. The control that they displayed was just, it was a masterclass. Like you said, they held the ground game down, and it's as if as the series has continued, they've relinquished that plan for whatever reason. I don't feel like they're they maybe be going for the same ground plays they were going for, or I could just be knocking Happy completely and not giving them the respect to say that they completely adapted to that play style.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you in terms of the adaptation, hopefully it's not a complete shutout of what we saw, because I'd love to see a return to that. But right now, they are looking for answers. Raichu is willing to provide right now, and that's, again, a really threatening opportunity. Mochi making both defenders think they have to be the one to save that. Neither of them prepared for the follow-up, and we are equal here. And AA Battery's not done yet. Minute 17 to go, and they still very much have a chance to equalize the series.
That was a play of perfect positioning, in my opinion. That is how you set up an attack, and you do it right. AA Ratteries equalizing the goal on an excellent, we could call it a counter, or we could just call it a just good old forward progression play. But we are moving into the orange half, moving into the final minute here. The pressure that we know Happy Atlantic can put on is on display right now. Oh, that's tough, right? You got to hold on to those. You need to maintain that possession. Whoa, the demo slowed them down almost a little too much. I like that 50 there for Mochi in the corner to maintain possession. But they haven't been able to collect the tools right now. I know Mochi is low on boost, and they just keep collecting that free 33 on both sides. They expend the boost, they get demoed, they come back, and they just keep doing it again. I've got a sign on the back of my wall that perfectly, exemplifies what's happening. Gamers don't die, guys. They just respawn as strikers with 10 seconds left. Kara from Heliacal from the top of the backboard finds an open slot in the net, and they go up again. This is a repeat of game number 3. It's just as if AA Ratteries loses steam right there in that last 60 seconds.
Yeah, well, only a couple seconds left here. They're going to get one opportunity at this, but they just don't have it off the kickoff. A little bit awkward positioning, and now anything here, Mochi might be able to get underneath it, but can they get it cleanly? No, not quite. Raichu turns. Heliacal just needs to put it as far away as possible, and they will get another victory here. That will be triple match point for them in this series. And I hesitate to even say that AA Ratteries that kind of have a freeze in the final moments. I really want to give credit to Heliacal for that decision at the final moment on the back wall with the ball, knowing that their teammates are around. Some players would try to take it themselves, get around it, do a doomsy dish to themselves, call their own number, but they stop their momentum. Heliacal waits for their teammate to turn, picks out the pass, and goes for it. And I think both players that on the side of AA Ratteries were waiting for the shot. They're waiting to have to get up and prepare for the doomsy, and not able to do anything there. But it's, again, incredible work so far, and AA Ratteries, they're gonna have to do, probably this is the worst case scenario for them, having to win 3 out of the next 3 games straight up, and to see if they can take the victory here.
That is the detriment you put yourself in when you go down 3-1 in a best of 7 series against your opponent, especially on, in a top 8 style bracket. I can only imagine how AA Ratteries is feeling right now. But I mean, look at this beautiful stadium, Deadeye Canyon. We're here at game number 5. Pass upfield to Raichu.
Oh no!
You gotta speed up a little bit. It's as if they hesitated for some reason. Pass out again. Raichu, you can get it again. Off the back wall. They can't find the double, not enough boost. We're gonna go the opposite way. We know what Kara can do with boost, but it's bar down. It's out. It almost got doubled in by Raichu, but they get the right touch. They get to push it out. The offense is not gonna stop. Kara's got boost still. Goes for the 50. Doesn't get it. Needs to get another. Mochi is just the back line defensive player of this game already, and we haven't even hit 60 seconds.
Wonderful pinch pass there from Heliacal, and we'll get another look at this. Both players missed. Mochi might have enough speed, but Kara will be able to clear the danger for now. Back into the orange side. Raichu, absolutely no boost here, and we'll have to find something. We'll be able to get back to the play. Kara flip reset, but just gets away from it. I think both of these offenses lacking a little bit of that fire. Pass the middle of the field. No, they just lose the ball entirely. Kara straight down to Heliacal. Heliacal has a friend right behind him. It is Mochi to send it away. No clean looks for either of these sides since, I believe, maybe the first few seconds of game number 5, and they continue to battle. It is a war of attrition now in this game.
A war of attrition? I don't know if it's a war of attrition or a war to see who can get the better 50, because both teams right now, that seems to be the only mechanic being employed on the side of the shooting opportunity. I mean, the defense has to get that 50. They've got to get a great touch. They get it out, and it just cycles again. We actually have passed the first 2 minutes of gameplay with no goal on the scoreboard. If that isn't adaption, Cobra, I don't know what is.
Possible opportunity. Heliacal thought they would have a moment, but Raichu did cut it off. They're looking for their teammate. Will find it. Mochi, one touch, but it was one touch too many. And, I feel like there's always a game in the series where the scoring drops down this low. I guess, just statistically, it had to be this game. It feels like it could be one goal to really decide exactly what kind of series we're going to see. And it looks like AA Ratteries, they're looking for that infield pass. They've gone to it 3 times now, and they just need a little bit more clearance to get it. But Heliacal looking for their teammate. Kara will get on the other side of this one. Needs some help. Trying to go it alone. Heliacal and will be shooting it into a crowded net. No clear opportunities just yet for either side. We're past the halfway mark, and something's got to give here.
I mean, the levee is just not breaking at all. Both sides can be described as a dam because the levee is just holding up. All these attacks coming out. Kara
Double.
looking for the double. Oh, the squishy save from Mochi is good. It goes the other way, but Heliacal, quick to read that opportunity, sends it into their own corner, is going to play this one with a little bit of possession. Gets bumped by Raichu. Help from Kara, sends it out. Heliacal with another. They're going to try to possess this over into the orange half. They get a good, strong touch. It's a better clear, though, from Raichu to immediately dissipate that pressure. And the ball just drifts dangerously in front of the blue net. More opportunities coming out we see to make a goal from either squad. But again, it's the defense. Both teams putting on an absolute masterclass this game 5. It is do or die for AA Ratteries. For Happy, it's just a win going on to the next thing. But for AA Ratteries, this game is absolutely crucial.
And right now, the time is diminishing, and we are in, the territory where any goal from now on can be the goal to win it, to put it away. 30 seconds remaining. Mochi, no boost here, is going to have to let that opportunity slide away. Raichu showing a little bit of presence. Will follow this one back and dump it back to the blue side. Kara up. We'll get another opportunity. No, they'll decide to turn away. Final 16 seconds. Heliacal, just one to beat, has to get past Raichu, plays it up, a wave dash across, and nothing there so far. Kara might get one more look, looking for a pass, just needs something, but sends it high and away. Both these teams probably want this one to hit the ground. It will do so. Overtime here in game number 5.
This is the deciding match, everybody. This is the match that, AA Ratteries cannot give up. Heliacal almost gets a disgusting touch right there. Could have ended the game literally within the first 10 extra seconds, but instead, it's a wonderful save coming out. Heliacal with another touch. They're going to try to possess that, but they lose it. And shot is not on target, but the goal was wide open. I respect Mochi for the opportunity and the look they had, but unfortunately could not line up the goal from the opposite side of the field. We've passed 30 seconds. It's that offense coming in thick from Happy. We know what it looks like, but it gets janked off that post. Goes back out to the mid. Heliacal with a look. It's going to be a waterfall coming down. Raichu gets a touch. It's right back out. Mochi goes up to defend. Kara puts it off the back wall, and it finally slows down. A breath of fresh air for AA Ratteries, but it's not for long, Cobra.
No, it is not, but Mochi trying to end it there, had a great interception and a good look, but it will not be meant to be, not quite yet. Now Raichu sending that one from midfield, looking for something, and a minute has passed. You have plenty of opportunities. Mochi now blocked. Heliacal on the run. Raichu will close that one out, and now Kara looking for one touch.
Ooh, what a save.
One defender left to beat. Heliacal straight down the corner. 2 have to keep it away. And any touch could be the end. Raichu will get it to go. And not how you want to end it for Happy, but AA Ratteries, they'll take it with a side of cheese.
My God. Perfect pun, by the way. I want to shout that out. Amazing pun right there for AA Ratteries and the cheese. Love that. But I want to talk about a lackluster ending. Let's be honest. Yeah. Talk about a lackluster ending to game number 5. AA Ratteries stay alive. They win one of the 3 that they have to win to take this series. Happy still on triple match point here. All they need to do is win 1. We go over to Neo Tokyo next. And truth be told, between that game right there and the pace that both of these teams are on, we can't say anything. The way they lost was literally the most unfortunate touch. That's all that happened. It was a really, really unfortunate touch. And of course, Raichu capitalizes, goes ahead and takes it to the other side of the pitch and just, shoots a free open net. Again, I'm sure they breathed a sigh of relief over there. But guys, AA Ratteries, Mochi, Raichu, you have a whole other game that you need to play to beat these guys if you want to go see Champions Field, because game 7 ain't just around the corner.
Yeah, exactly. Neo Tokyo has, killed the dreams of going to Championship Field. It has happened more often than not. But, I'm not sure we're going to see another defensive masterclass for both sides. It was Happy Esports were absolutely peppering the net. It was multiple opportunities, and I don't think you really want to introduce that kind of gameplay over and over and over. You have to really trust the defensive capabilities, but Raichu going for the dribbling here, trying to kind of reintroduce what they had in game number 1, but, you know, introducing that with the likely demo that might be kind of flying in behind you. Elia Cal looking to go it alone off the backboard, and Kara all the way on the other side, and I think we might get a stoppage in play here, as looks like we do have one player that is gone. We will take a moment, as it looks like we are going to get the server reset here. Want to make sure all of the players are in a position where they can make sure that they are competing at the best. So happened at the beginning of the game. Want to make sure we get it all good to go. So give us a moment here just to reset.
Right there in that game. It seems one of the players was lagging. And so now we're back on the pitch. It looks like everybody's good. Thankfully, nobody scored within the first 20 seconds, so we were allowed to reset that right there. Bar down shot from Raichu, starting us off in 9 seconds here in game number 6. But Cobra, I mean, we made it this far.
Yeah.
How are we feeling about this? Does AA Ratteries have it in them to push to a game 7?
Yeah, I mean, right now, it's... I always feel like this game is truly dependent on the offense. I know defense is typically known to win championships in many other sports, but in this game, defense is a double-edged sword. It's like, yeah, you're saving a lot, but you're also allowing a ton of opportunities on your own net. It's really difficult to keep that up. And right now, Happage, they're going to continue their great run of form here. Wonderful bump by Heliacal in front of the play, and Kara will put this one away. They score early here in this game.
That was an excellent bump spotted out there by Heliacal. 1-0, like Cobra just said, over the side of Happy, and that's Kara carrying it directly to the crossbar, pushing it down underneath, saying, hey, goal, how you doing? Take another. That is 2 within the first minute of game number 6. Happy Atlantic here to say we're not going to see Champions Field.
Yeah, and I think Kara, had a little bit of success with those exact plays in their first series, and, felt like we saw them in the Dominus again. They changed it up, went with the G2 Fennec instead, and now maybe getting a little bit of that form back. But they're going to continue on. Heliacal should have clearance here, looking for a good redirect. The angle, so close there, but no one to put that final opportunity. Now Mochi looking for a little bit more. Double for reset, but my, was that just sent back? And that could have been the little momentum shift that AA Ratteries needed.
If he would have landed that shot, I'd have absolutely lost my mind.
I wanted it so bad. I wanted it so bad.
I did too. But here we are. Of course, AA Ratteries playing defense against the offense that just is, the pressure is so thick coming from the side of Happy Atlantic. You could literally cut it with a knife. But it just, the flip. Gosh, the flip resets coming out in game number 6. Kara, a wonderful push towards the net, but an even better defensive play there by Raichu. But they are just having so much trouble. Hold on. Get down.
Raichu got boxed out. It's barely off. There we go.
Oh my gosh. The physicality on that counter. Mochi pushing it forward. Kara trying to push Raichu out. Raichu grabbing that one boost pad they needed to literally swing it in to the goal. And now we've got 1 point on the board for the side of AA Ratteries. They need another to tie us up.
Absolutely. And Kara off the top. Will they have enough to follow this one up? No, Raichu will get there up in a hurry. Looks like we'll be Raichu again, looking to get this one past. Seals the right corner. Mochi will fall back for now. Decides to go late. It is a delayed action there. Kara on the ball. 2 to beat, looking for a little bit of space, but the chase down block is potent here for the side of AA Ratteries. I feel like they're doing a really good job of trying to get rid of any potential play. Heliacal had to get that one away as the double commit almost left them vulnerable for an extended period of time. Kara now, light touch right to all over it. And this is the kind of defense you want to see where they're not getting clear shots. It is proactive. They're stopping it before they get to the point of contact.
Oh, not the team bump right there in the mid and the double commit. This is dangerous. Get there, Raichu. Can you? All right. We've got the defensive play off the back wall. Heliacal gets something, but it's completely defended right there by Raichu. They are stuck, though, with no boost. Mochi, a lot of the times I've seen them play that defensive 50 where they drive backwards and get a little half flip, but now all they had to do was line it up on the net.
Ooh.
Unfortunate. There was a wide open opportunity. Raichu getting bumped off of the play. The attempt to keep it in the blue half. Heliacal faking.
Oh!
Did they get the flip reset? Did I see that at the last second? Let's watch this replay.
They did.
They when did they get the flip reset?
And here's the thing. That's one of those touches where you're looking at it and you're thinking, I don't know if they actually got it or not, because it looked like it was front tire or back tire, but they did kind of roll onto it. Kara underneath the bar needs a little bit of help, and Heliacal stops what could have been a really dangerous transition. Pinch back to the corner to buy some time, and now less than a minute. They cannot afford another goal to be scored here by Happage. They have to leave as much time as possible for an equalizer in front of the net. It will be another attack here as Mochi and Raichu will be sent back. Mochi, light touch, looking for the 50, will be denied. Only 30 seconds remaining. Now kind of floundering here. They do not have time to waste. Mochi looking for the solo play, the dribble, good flick, top left corner, blocked away. They have to turn. Raichu, the angle, backboard, shot, under the bar down. Didn't quite get it, and the clearance should be enough. Kara will put it on target. They will get another one, and they will see themselves out of the series and to the grand finals.
Man, what a deflating turn of events right there for AA Ratteries. I cannot believe that opportunity just slipped right out of their hands to put another point on the board. Well, they can do it now, but it doesn't matter. Guys, Happy Atlantic is going to literally take us into the grand finals. We are waiting for the opponent that is on Outlaw Stream. I don't know who it is. If we have, wait, okay. I'm completely confused. What's going on? Sorry. I'm completely just turn around, everybody. I apologize so much. We got production in my ear telling me what's going on, and I'm not listening. So we just saw Happy take us into the finals. I have no idea who's going to meet them, though. Cobra, do you know who won over on Outlaw Street?
No, I'm waiting for the updates as of right now, but listen, you know who can tell you exactly who won? The desk. So why don't we send you on over? We'll see you in just a bit. We'll recap on the desk, and we'll get ready for the grand finals.
Rats right now, and I mean, it's kind of true to the name. I mean, what do Rats do when things get a little hairy? They run back and they hide in their little hole. That's what Rats are doing. They're going back and hiding in their little net, and they do seem to have a smaller than regulation net. I'm getting more little references into their rat name.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Close one by Elusive. Hey, gonna try to hold pressure here. Freezy gonna get a little bump out. Elusive gonna
clear.
Yeah, time. No boosticles though. Ooh. Hold on, no one's back in time.
Freebie.
Yep. Freebie indeed. 40 seconds left. 3-2.
Keaton, good on Keaton for getting up and over Wizpig on that one. Last bat gets beat. Freezy has a free one at the ball. At the net, rather, not at the ball. He hit the ball into the net. That's how this game works.
I thought we were going to see another kickoff goal. It was close. 30-second countdown. Keaton is up off the ceiling. Going to use that extra flippy do. Hit it backwards on accident. Elusive. Going to try to take this down. Maybe get a flicky do of his own. Oh, but a little pinch do from Keaton and Freezy. Pig going to try to clear out this ball.
Good touch here for Pig all the way to the back. Freezy does touch it in the corner. Pig still on it, but Keaton there faster. Elusive all the way back. Good positioning from Elusive, but the touch not great. There's Wizpig, good pinch all the way down. It's definitely possible that they've got it going the right direction. Elusive has it going center. He needs to get another touch there. Freezy will shut it down in the demo. Rats will run away with this one.
Yes, and now that
one more to go.
The first goal scored now is officially gone as well.
Mm-hmm.
The Rats
crazy.
just need one more. Looks like Pig ran out of gas. He used all of his gas in game 4 there.
I have a different theory, Outlaw. You know what it is?
What is your theory?
I mean, Elusive's just stealing the points. What a ball hog, huh? He's 200 up on Wizpig.
Oh my goodness. It's so funny.
I mean, in all seriousness, it's kind of do or die now for the old Striker Bubbles team here. They are in the hot seat now.
Do you think we have a game 7?
100% yes.
Alrighty.
I've never been more sure of anything in my life. Wizpig's gonna pop off again. Elusive's finally gonna get off the goal line and do something, you know? They're coming away with this one. Speaking of Elusive, here he comes. Wizpig is there for the center if it comes through. Elusive a little awkward on this one though. The defense making him work a little extra to get that one center. Good flick here for Wizpig. Did he beat both of them? He did, but he can't recover it.
Elusive tries to hold that 50, but Freezy holding that defense down. Pig now trying to bang it over to Elusive, who gets a redirect of the century. What a touchy do. Hello?
Get this guy off the field. What a
Look at
redirect.
that. Elusive's like, don't you say my name in vain again. Look at how beautiful I am.
I don't know if I can make any more jokes after that redirect. That was majestic.
We can't.
Yeah.
Not this game. I mean, that was fantastic. Although there's more time, you know, something could happen.
That's a crazy redirect, though. Wizpig now back all alone as Elusive. Did get Demo. Freezy up on this one. He tries to fake it either that or he just straight up backflips. I couldn't quite tell which.
Pig's up. Gonna try to get maybe a passing play or a solo attack. Nice little pop up there, but here comes Elusive to Keaton. Trying to hold 50s. Trying to keep it on the Rats' side. Oh, Pig just flies right by the ball. And but Elusive holding that pressure. Striker trying to keep it on the side of the Rats, and so far they're doing a good job on that. They do have the lead. If they can maintain this kind of pressure, they might be able to take this to a game 7.
Absolutely, yeah. Here comes Elusive with another opportunity here. Flip reset imminent. He gets it. Look at Elusive go. He's risen above all the hate.
Yes, he is. He's doing beautiful. Nice spinny dudes. Nice flip reset. Gets that final touch before getting bumped away. Very good car control.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a single bad thing I can say about that. That was just a unbelievably spectacular goal. And it works to good effect to put him up 2 now. Bubbles in the driver's seat currently. Here's Freezy. Trying to play a little bit of awkward defense. Wizpig out to Elusive. Elusive there for the shot. Shot in, but it's saved by Freezy. Good defense. Once again, that Rats defense. They're building walls in front of their little hole here.
Tom and Jerry has to run for their money. Thomas can't get through the mouse hole, you know?
There's Elusive now. Speaking of that mouse hole, headed right back towards it. That mouse hole has been violated twice now. They're just sending a giant ball through it. I don't know how big that hole is. Oh my God,
Holy
Elusive.
Jeebus.
What? How did he
I didn't
save
think
it?
he'd make it in time.
I want like an instant replay of that.
Yeah, that was like 0.1 pixels left, but it doesn't matter. The Rats finally make it through the defense and they put themselves on the board. But that first save was incredible.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think the issue was I don't think Striker Bubbles thought that was actually going to save, so they weren't ready to make another save off the back of it.
Yeah,
Either
and
way.
Rats did a good job executing and keeping that pressure.
Oh yeah.
After realizing that it didn't go in just yet. Oh no! Just as we thought Bubbles was going to be holding a 2-goal lead, just like that, with the snap of a finger, the Rats tied it back up 2-2.
I mean, super quick bounce back here for the Rats. Just when you think Wizpig and Elusive are riding high, they immediately get knocked back down. We're tied up. 2:45 on the clock. A little over half the match to still go, but I mean, it's a dead heat right now. Wizpig, good catch there at quarter field. Freezy way up on this one. Touches it off the sidewall. Might be a mistake though with Elusive hunting. Good shot in. Elusive's got another one.
Elusive gets the hat trick here right before the first half is over, regaining the lead for Bubbles. It's looking like they're starting to read the defense of each other. Both teams are. And they're starting to figure out when they can execute a play. And it's going by. That's why these games, I feel like, have been higher scoring ones, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with you. We'll see as this one progresses. I mean, they're currently up by 1, but we just saw that's not exactly the most concrete of insurances.
No, not at all.
Ooh, look at Elusive's going crazy with that shot. Freezy does get a great save there, but man, he's finding these angles right now. Keaton, big time clear. Nobody home on the backfield just yet, but not too threatening. Elusive will be able to get back in time. We'll go over the top of both of them though. Freezy now throwing this one away out to Keaton. Does get touched there, but look how quick Wizpig is on that one.
Looks like some time is being stalled. Pig's going to get a donkey do. Freezy's going to maybe get the backboard clear. Yes, he is. To the Kerner, but Elusive's going to try to pasteurize this. Pig is not there, but wait. Keaton hits it a little too far. Pig trying to maintain that pressure, but cannot execute a shot on net.
Now drop down to Wizpig in his own corner. Good catch. He turns that one around super quick, but the flick a little weak. Now Demo, he won't be flicking anybody else. Freezy's got it. This one past Elusive. That Demo causing all kinds of trouble for Striker Bubbles.
What a game. This game is very intense, back and forth the whole way. I mean, everyone's fighting here. I always say game 6 is sometimes a little bit more pressure than game 7 because in game 6 you have a team that only needs one more, and then you have the other team that needs to win this to bring this to game 7. So there's a lot on the line for both teams, and it's all about the mindset from here on out. 100%.
Absolutely, yeah. You got to keep the mental. You cannot let the fatigue get to you. And that's another thing. Rats, they don't have very much fatigue. This is their first series of the night. They had that forfeit earlier. This one almost dropping down. Will be cleared. But for Striker Bubbles, even if they win this one, they're going to have to go through another best of 7 in the final. So maybe that might be weighing a little heavy on the mind, going 12 matches in a row or more, depending on if it's all sweeps or not. This one dropping down to Keaton. Good save away there. Elusive all over this one. Keaton does get the beat, though. Will Elusive grab that boost and get back on defense. He will go back post. Wizpig saves that one to good effect. Elusive all over this one. 62 boost. Good flick. He's off on the right foot here.
Crazy though with the clear. Pig getting a little misstep. Oh, and open that shot, but Elusive is there on time for the save. Beautiful play there by Elusive. Even from a little mishap there from Pig. And like, I just love seeing this level of gameplay. The mechanics and the saves and the ball sense that these players have, it's so amazing to watch. I'm not even close to this level, and it's insane. And like, I like watching this rank and higher, even if it's not RLCS. To me, it feels like it because I can't do half the stuff they're doing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely crazy. And if we're going to an overtime, and this is as tense as it could be. I'm feeling the heat right now. Overtime, it could be the end of the line here for Striker Bubbles. Rats could be riding high right out of this one.
They're out by Freezy. He's going to get a nice touchy do. Pig trying to stall some time for Elusive to get back, and Pig is going to keep pushing. Pressure is on. Elusive said, oh, Pig said, I got it. Here comes Elusive. He's up, twisty, tripod. Thank you for the follow, my friend.
Outlaw, if you don't mind, I'm gonna have you kind of take the reins here for a second. I've got to kind of get some stuff ready off to the side. I apologize.
Oh, no worries. Elusive gets a nice little flicky do. A Freezy gets it over him. Oh, Elusive trying to get a nice donkey do, but Freezy manages to get a nice touchy do. Here comes Pig. He's going to try to go for a solo flicking play, but gets challenged early by Freezy. Here comes Elusive going for some spinny doos. Pig tries to get a bump on net, but Elusive just can't execute a shot towards the net. But hold on, gets the angle and manages to score the goal from an angle that I didn't think was possible to make the shot on. And we have ourselves a game 7, ladies and gentlemen.
We've been looking for it all weekend, Outlaw. Here's our game 7. I personally can't believe it. I thought Rats were gonna run away with that one right there at the end, but man, take a look real quick. Elusive, after we talked all that mess about him, has completely taken over the lobby.
Yes. We're seeing Daddy Elusive and Bubbles We Trust. All kinds of funny banter. I mean, this is an amazing series. Everyone has had their opportunity to pop off here. Freezy has, Catan has, Elusive has, Pig has. I mean, you feel like we're in the grand finals right now, and this is only the semis.
Yeah, 100%. This feels like a huge, big time finals match, but it's just, like there's some more action to come. Even after this one, we've got one more game. One of these teams is going home. I'd hate to see either of them leave, but they're going to be up against a brick wall no matter who wins this one. It's going to be pretty rough. I mean, Atlantic did win, and they've been kind of just running through everybody. So
4-2 against AA Rattery. So I mean,
yeah,
it's going to be tough. Whoever wins this, they are not going to have an easy time against Happyage.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the light at the end of the tunnel for this series for both of these teams, a little bit dulled by just them knowing what's on the other side of that light. Yeah, I mean, they're going to be coming up against the undefeated team in the regular season. But that's in the future. Right now, we've got to focus on the here and now. This match, Keaton trying to get that one in right off the bat.
Here comes Elusive. He's getting a nice little poppy do. Can't get it past Freezy. Freezy with the donkey do. Elusive. Pig managing to get the pop up. Catan gonna bangerize it to the corner to Elusive. Back over to Pig.
There's Pig at midfield. Good redirect there. Freezy does meet it in the middle though. Now Freezy's still up on this one. Good shot towards net. Keaton.
In my day, I tried keeping up with the game. Now with Xfinity 10G network, my little bro is the game. Hi! Xfinity is a game changer.
From Xfinity, the future starts now.
Now this is the best idea ever. The all-new Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla from Papa John's. We put the bold flavors of Doritos Cool Ranch all over our signature flatbread-style sandwich and created the zestiest flavor mashup ever. Oh, and some Doritos Cool Ranch dipping sauce? We thought of that too. Get the new Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla before it's gone. Only at Papa John's.
I'm losing my voice now as well, just from the absolute hype that's happening on the field. Wizpig trying to fall on that one. Can't quite get it. Elusive now. Tries to put that one through. Keaton will save that away. Wizpig, quick turn in the corner. Look at the quick offensive turns. Offensively minded as Wizpig gets this one out, possibly to Elusive, but Keaton will lay on top of it, literally.
Pig was doing a good job holding that aggression, but Elusive had to sit back because, you know, if you push up too far, that's an open net. Here comes Piggy. He's going to try to get it past Keaton. He manages to do so. Gets another touch off the back wall. Can Elusive follow it through? Yes, he can. Goal number 1 going to striker Bubbles. 3:11 on the clock. Hello, Mr. Spectre. And Slain Ace, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, everybody.
Striker Bubbles looking a little dangerous here. It only took him 2 minutes to score. I mean, we saw previously the match really didn't start popping off until like halfway through in one of the previous matches. So definitely don't hold your breath on this one to be a low-scoring game. It has absolutely pop-off potential. Here's Keaton, speaking of pop-off, trying to get this one to pop off the back wall. Can't quite get what he's looking for, though. Freezy will read this one, though. Up and over the net there, Elusive. No trouble banging that one down the field. Wizpig follows it up. Is that off the post? He does get
what
the double.
A recovery on that touchy do.
I can't believe he got that double.
Yes, me too. Spectre, I was saying hello if you missed it. Yeah, sorry you got the ads. Well, there won't be any more ads for the remainder of the series at least, so there's that.
Halfway through the match now, or just about thereabouts. Wispig Wispig. Good beat over the top. Elusive to follow. Trying to play some midfield defense. Here's Ketan all over this one. Off the back wall. Possibly to Freezy, but it didn't go far enough. Wispig gets over top of Freezy. Elusive and Ketan now racing back on this one. Elusive gets the dunk. Just wide though. Freezy doesn't need to panic. Look at the clear from Freezy though. Look at the power off that back wall.
That was an insane clear, but now Elusive's going to take this ball. He's going to try to pass it mid for Pig to get a shot on net, and it works out perfectly for them, and they gained a 3-goal lead with 2:16 on the clock. Looking like Bubbles is starting to finally warm up in this series when they were hurting a little bit for a lot of it, and Rats they're starting to find the Rats defense holes in their houses, so to speak.
Holes in the cheese, more like.
Holes in the cheese, nice.
Hey, they're putting holes all over the place. The Rats right now can't keep up. They are currently drowning in the striker offense right now. Here's Ketan now, a little offense of their own. Can he get this one through? It'll be off the post there. Wispig can't get a touch there. Elusive looking a little shaky there between the two striker players on that defense. Ketan does keep it in. Double incoming. Can't quite get it. Freezy went back to mid. Wispig and Freezy now racing back on that one. A demo. Who got demoed there?
Pig got demo on Freezy. But he managed to get that touch beforehand, so he did get the clear, but Pig's holding that pressure. He's going for some spinny dudes, gets a flip reset with the fake. Doesn't allow him to go up. Oh my gosh, what a shot from Pig. 4-0, 1:33 on the clock. They are getting closer and closer to bringing this to the finals.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, with every goal, not only is the differential higher, but also like that clock is going to be lower and lower each time. It's looking like the end of the lines for the Rats here. Minute 30 to find out if they come back in this one. Not if Elusive has anything to say about that one. Almost putting that through. There's Wispig now. Does get beat through to the back wall. Can't quite make any play on this one as it drops straight down. Elusive shot in. Wispig to follow, and it is Striker.
Oh,
no!
The Strikers hit the crossbar, and oh my gosh, 4 attempts to get it in the net, but they managed to do it. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4.
It took him quite a while. Good Lord. I mean, I wanted to call out like, oh, it's striker supremacy, but it took him so long that I couldn't even finish the sentence. Either way, 5 up in a minute. I don't know how feasible it is for Rats to come back in this one. We might have seen the last ride. Rats do have a short lifespan. This tournament, they only made it to the, well, they only, quote unquote, made it to the semis. Still a super impressive run.
Spectre had a good joke. You get a crossbar. You get a crossbar. Oh, goodness. Elusive going for goal number 6, possibly, but Ketan trying to get it cleared out. Pig getting a shot on net. Freezy with a nice save. Trying to get a clear out, but Elusive's going to go for the challenge, and Freezy with the backflip accidentally. It's going to be 6-0 Striker Bubbles against Rats with 33 seconds. I'm saying it now. I'm pretty sure that is GG's in Game 7.
Yeah, unbelievable last match for Striker here. We've seen Elusive and Wispig like trade MVPs. Wispig had his 1200 match. Elusive right after that one really popped off as well. This time they're just both getting it done in a big way, and good Lord, they're
my
not done
goodness, off the kickoff, they are still going. They're like, we are ready for the finals. Watch.
Wow, I mean, there's still 30 seconds left in this one. Somehow it's 7 up. It's looking pretty done and dusted here for the Rats, and I mean, don't take anything away from those little critters. They definitely put on a show for us.
They really did, and they are a solid team, and I would never discredit that from them at all. AP Beats 1, thank you for the follow as well. Pig going up for another goal, maybe number 8, but not. What a save there by Ketan, but Elusive's going to try to hold position here. Oh, Ketan, beautiful recovery, but Pig is there first.
And as soon as this one drops, we will be looking at, we will have the official matchup for the grand finals here. Outlaw, it's been an absolute pleasure with you, but we are a bit short on time. I might have to jump out of here just a bit early on you.
That is perfectly fine. But yeah, hey, thank you so much for being here, Mr. Crouton.
To throw it to each
pleasure,
other.
sir.
Yeah, absolutely. And congratulations to Striker Bubbles and Rats. I hope to be able to cast them again in the future. That's all from me on the Outlaw channel, though. I will talk to everybody soon.
All right, and that is Mr. Crouton for you folks. But he had to pop out of here due to getting on the desk for the final. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Hello, everyone. We
Striker
are back.
Bubbles
That was
is
quite a
moving
series
on
you guys
to
are
the
watching either
finals.
here on NJ
Yes,
Outlaws
I said
stream.
it.
I'm here with
To
Vexy.
the
I'm here with
finals
Crouton. I'm
of
here with Sporty.
Skyward
So you guys have been all been watching the
playoff
match here with me in the
2v2s
VC.
Premier
Sporty, what were your thoughts on that
against
last
Happy
game?
Edge
Last game.
Atlantic. But let me
What
tell you
match?
about Happy Edge
The Bubbles
Atlantic.
one. I
They
think the
are
Bubbles one we should talk about
12-0
first
if you
before we get
count
into the Happy
playoffs.
Sports
They
one.
have not lost a
Yeah, the Bubbles
single
match, that was
game
incredible.
all
Game 7 again, all the way. Bubbles just, they dominated Game 7, 7-0. They never, the Game 7 didn't look like it did now. Once they got that momentum rolling, once they started again of getting things running for themselves, it just kept on rolling, and it was a snowball effect. It never stopped.
I'm hearing that we have a little bit of audio issues apparently.
We
With
can
me?
hear Outlaw's voice. We can hear
We can
it.
hear Outlaw's voice again. All right. If that's fixed, then we are good. Sporty, I'm hoping that your analysis wasn't completely talked over.
I think it's fine. I think I was allowed here.
Check. Can
Yeah.
you confirm real quick?
Yeah,
please?
chat. Can you let us know if that was botched?
All right, they heard him. So we're.
All right,
good.
they heard. Okay, so that's good. Vexy, you were with us, and you were kind of freaking out over a few of the matches. Rats had multiple leads during that series, and Bubbles was able to come back. Do you think that kind of ability to mentally regain is going to help them out in their series against Happy Sports?
Yeah, I'm a big believer of perseverance, and they went down to a 1-2 straight loss, headed into money time Game 5, then won again. Perseverance is unreal for the Bubbles.
Yeah.
But the question I told Sporty and Flip Out in the green room that I'm now going to put on you guys. I say it every time. Are they tired out? Or are they going to be so on fire that you can't stop them? Because Happy just fresh. You can't deny that. They're fresh. They finish their series when Bubbles was in Game 5. You can't deny that. It went the distance in 7, it's going to be a hard fought matchup for the Bubbles, but if they can ride the momentum, there's no reason why they should be able to at least win it in 5.
Yeah. Crouton, you were casting that last one, so I'm actually going to give you a question you probably know nothing about. Happy Sports Atlantic looked very good in their last match, winning 4-2. As someone who did not watch that series in any way, who do you think is going to take this next one?
Yeah, check this out, Flipster, right? I had the pleasure of watching the first match of the night with Atlantic, their very first one.
That's true.
I did get to cast that one with Cobra, so contrary to what you said, I feel like I specifically have the kind of
that's a good point.
view. I've seen both teams.
He's got the panoramic view on.
Yes. And I've got the sunglasses, so I'm seeing in 4D.
Oh yeah, here. Let me get my glasses ready. Hold
We
on.
both got the 4D. Oh wait, I'll match with you real quick. Hold on.
Yeah. Let's get the sunglass crew in here while I kind of go over my thoughts on this. I mean,
do you like these better? You think?
yeah, Vexy, keep those on. Yeah, that's a good look for you.
Or do you have your sunglasses or nah?
I'm only wearing my sunglasses if all of you vote for Happy Sports.
All right.
No.
All right. Well, we'll get to
I'm
that.
voting
We'll get
Happy
to that in a minute.
Sports.
Yeah. I do want to quickly say though, I mean, Atlantic, watching them in that first game, they brutalized Evolve Red, which I mean, it was pretty fun to watch, but also like again, I'm a little taken aback, just like I was yesterday watching Striker FaZe brutalize everybody. I mean, when you see something like that, it's hard to have any hope for the other team. But I did just watch Striker Bubbles. They had to go to a Game 7. It was a bit of a struggle, but we'll see. That's all I'm saying is we'll see.
That's true. Both these teams have. I wouldn't say. I think Bubbles has struggled more than Happy Chaz, but this will be the most. This has definitely been the most competitive tournament so far this weekend. Both yesterday and Friday had teams pretty much dominate their entire way through. So we will be getting a winner who has at least dropped 2 games in the series. So that'll be at least something fun. If Happy Sports win, we will get a 2-time MVP, most likely. Sorry, I'm not fully focused here. I'm waiting on a few things to come in from the other match going on. Or not the other match. We're waiting for the lobby to be set up perfectly. But I'm just going to throw it to you, Sporty, as someone who has been a little quieter during this death segment. Who do you think is going to take this match? Give me games. I want to know the exact prediction.
I made my promise. You all have to go first.
All right.
You heard my
Crouton,
promise.
Crouton,
I'm
you
only
go
making it
first.
if all of you could fulfill it.
I will gladly go first. Sporty, thank you for the opportunity to go first. I have a bit of an exact prediction. All right. Here's
God.
I'm gonna paint a picture for you, right?
Oh my God, Crouton.
I'm scared.
It's game 5. It's game 5.
All right.
It's been a really close one, right? Imagine Atlantic, they're riding high. They're currently in the lead. And Wizpig pops off again, just like he did last time.
He has been popping
They're going
off.
to a game 7, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be a dead heat, and they're going there. And I've got to put my money on Wizpig. It's gonna be Striker Bubbles in game 7.
Striker Bubbles in 7.
Oh,
All
you
right.
already-
that is
you
bold.
already-
Now
you
we're
already
not seeing
ruined it,
Sporty's
Crouton.
glasses. So what's the point?
You're not getting the sunglasses anymore. I can jump in now because Crouton's already ruined it. I got Happy Sports Atlantic winning this one. They've won tonight. They're the number 1 seed. We haven't had a number 1 seed win yet. It's always been number 2 seed to have won. I think it changes today.
That's a good. We are hearing that they are ready. So FC1 rapid fire. Give me the games. Give me the team.
I think Happyage will outlast the Bubbles in 6, and
I agree.
they will be raising the trophy.
I forgot to say games. I'm agreeing with Vexy there. 4-2.
4-2. I'm going to go a little more bold here. I'm going to go Happy in 5. I think that they're going to take game 1 or 2, take an early game in the series, and after that, it's going to be chalk. Kara's going to activate. He's been a little worried all game, or a little worried all night long, a little down on his performance. He's been DMing me about it, but I'm telling him he needs to rely on his teammate, rely on himself, and they're going to win.
Flip out.
Yeah.
This does mean though, we did full curse Happyage. So
No.
Striker Bubbles.
Crouton
is going bubbles here. Crouton's voted for bubbles, so you know what, we're fine.
Oh, I thought
We're fine. It's
they were
guaranteed.
Happyage.
If it's guaranteed, we've got this one.
All
It's
right,
guaranteed.
I am
so it's
being
guaranteed.
yelled at by production that we need to go now. So I'm going to throw it back over to Taquito and Cobra. We will see you guys after the match at the post show. We're going to be interviewing everyone. So we'll see you in about an hour. So everyone enjoy the match, all right?
Man, I don't know what's going on on the desk over there. We're hearing crazy predictions. We're hearing all kinds of stuff. Crouton Dust is going on some kind of rant about imagine this game 5, game 7. But I mean, the truth is, guys, what I was really hearing from the desk was my boy Outlaw. It's as if he's here with us. I heard his voice on the stream. It's as if he's here in the booth with me and Cobra.
Yeah, just look up to the heavens and you're just calling out to old Papa Outlaw. But I mean, this is going to be an absolutely incredible series here. It is grand finals time for the premier 2v2, 2 teams that have gone the distance here, and they are looking to extend it all the way to a victorious season, and it will be Happage to start off the scoring.
I mean, did you expect another team to at least take the point in game number 1? That's what I'll say. I'll say game number 1. Did you expect anybody else to score first? Because I definitely expected Happage to get the first point. With the way I heard about game number 1, or series number 1, I was here for series number 2. I mean, well, this is looking dangerous, but it gets sent away by Heliacool. We've got to rush downfield a foot race to try to get back into Finn. Can they do it? They do. Wonderful save right there from Elusive, but they've got to control this. They have a breakaway play opportunity. Heliacool does interrupt for a bit. Kara playing the disruptor for the attacking member. Wizpig coming down. And it seems we have a break in the offense on the side of Bubbles. They did win their game, Cobra, and it was game 7. I know we saw it on the stream.
Yeah, no, we absolutely did. And, to come from that environment, which is, high octane, they had to win 2 games in a row, to now here, they're feeling fired up. They have the heat kind of going for them here and able to find a little bit of room to take that shot to equalize. And I think really the big thing here for Striker Bubbles is to adjust quickly and find their route to get into the series and figure out how they're going to play this game. It will be an uphill battle because Happage do not leave much room for response here, but I'd love to see, kind of this back and forth game. A lot of goals just scored for the last series of the night.
I mean, we're up 3 goals right now. Barely over a minute has passed in game number 1, and it is. I can sense it being a shootout. Elusive. Why are you taking that shot off your opponent or your teammate's car?
Yeah.
Homie, we got to have some better rotations than that. And maybe it's a little communication issue. Maybe it's some nerves. I don't know. The flip reset. It's sent away, denied. Heliacle's going to turn on this. They have an opportunity for something. They look like they're going to take the double route. Oh, they tried to squeeze it in, but couldn't. It's going to be Wizpig throwing it downfield. Stopped by Kara. And I love that transition right there. The way Kara possessed the ball to slow down every bit of that offensive push. But it stays here in the blue. It almost finds its way off of that unlucky pinch. But we're going back the other direction.
Yeah, right now I think that Happage are trying to take control of the ball early and keep the confidence up. Otherwise, it's going to be Wizpig sending it through. When they lose that, Heliacle, I think, thought they had a look, thought they had a little bit more time to see that to safety, but Wizpig gave absolutely no quarter, able to equalize here with 3 minutes left to play.
What a way to tie up game number 1. They started down almost 2-0, it felt like, before they got that first point in. But it seems that I guess we're going to make an early judgment here, Cobra. I'm going to give you an early judgment. I believe that Striker Bubbles defense, if it stays in a masterclass style, it will be hell on the side of Happy's Esports. But if they are just absolutely ugly on defense, the rotations are wild, the communication is not there, kind of like what's happening right now, then I think Happy's runaways with this. What do you think?
Yeah, I do think you're kind of speaking to what you're seeing here on the field. I think that there's a lot to be said about maybe some of the defensive how much of an impact it could have here, but Happage, I think they are prepped. I think the hardest game that they would have played is the series previous to this. So we'll see. Striker Bubbles, I honestly believe it's going to be their offense. I think it's going to be them being able to keep up with the scoring and really bring it to the other side. I mean, Kara, maybe not feeling as confident as they were feeling earlier, switching to the Octane. It's the 3rd car change of the night for them, and Heliacal will give it all on that one. This is the 2nd goal that we've seen like this. Flip reset off of the wall, the backboard double touch in such a unique fashion.
I mean, I said it earlier. You got to see it through, my boy. You got to see it through. Fake kickoff comes in. Striker Bubbles almost finds themselves, I'm not going to say a free goal, but, they had a good look. Unfortunately, it's going to hang out in their half a little bit longer here. Elusive, with nothing but a pad to their name when it comes to the tools to try to defend this offensive push. Good help from Wizpig right there. Oh, but they knock it away off track. I know you saw Elusive sitting right there in the back waiting for the proper rotation, but unfortunately it didn't come by their way. Kara needs to get this defensive touch. They don't. It could be awkward, but they get it away from Elusive, and it's now going to go the opposite direction. Never mind. It's interrupted by Wizpig. We're going to stay back to the mid, but no teammate.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a one-man attack so far. It's like both players through Striker Bubbles, they have very distinct roles, and now finally an opportunity for them to get together and make something work. And Wizpig has had most of the offensive looks, 3 goals for them, and Elusive has been holding it down on the defense. Just chipped both keepers there, and that was enough to make it awkward. They are within striking distance here. See what I did there? One goal down with a minute to play. Oh, and off the kickoff, and it's equal. They're not even going to take the time, not going to give them the chance.
I mean, listen, you said it was striking distance. Now we're tied. Now there is no striking distance. Everybody is knotted up right now. Who takes the lead? I know you mentioned the offense, and I do got to give a nod to that. it is up to Striker Bubbles to definitely come out and mix up their play style. But I do also feel like they just don't have that offensive edge like we've seen from Happy G Sports. No sneeze to outlaw squads or anything. I've just seen Happage play a whole series, and I mean, they don't miss.
Yeah, but here's the thing, I think that's why the offense is so important, because they are so talented offensively. Where you're like, well, they have to improve the defense. I mean, it's really easy in theory, but if they're such a good offense, you want to try and be able to compete with that. And you don't need to be absolutely clinical, but you have to be consistent with the chances that you take, and they have the ability to maybe steal game one here as we get overtime. And a little bit of a delay kickoff here for the side of Happy. It will be stopped on the wall. Heliacal, no one back, and that mistake will be punished immediately. You can see what they're trying to go for there. Elusive lets that one get away from him and puts Wizpig on track to be late for that one. Happage Sports will take game number one.
I mean, that is an unfortunate rotation mistake off of kickoff. The teammate grabbed the 100 boost. I don't think we saw Wizpig cheat up once the kick. Or they maybe cheated up, but I don't think they reacted properly. But I just want to point something out here, guys. Heliacal knocking down all 5 points for Happy G Esports, while Wizpig on Striker Bubbles knocking down all 4 points. Is this the Heliacal Wizpig show, Cobra, or is this Happy versus Striker Bubbles?
Well, yeah, it's a really good point, considering that you were looking at what is possibly the battle of the strikers, but I'm going to say it is going to be more of a team effort, because we know Kara, and we know Kara is just like, it doesn't take much for them to get involved with the goal scoring opportunities. So I don't really see the game being so overly dependent on one scorer on each side. I think Elusive had a couple of really good opportunities, but just, what ended up being the creator multiple times. I do think we are going to get more of a team play here. But I mean, like you said, it seems like it's just one or the other, one player, to another. If they can dominate the goal scoring, they dominate it for their team. But maybe a little bit of a change and adjustment, like you say, here for game number 2.
I believe if Wizpig, let's not say they go offline, but if they slow their offensive power, Elusive is going to have to step up. I don't think I can say the same for Happy. I think Kara is just an offensive threat as Heliacal. So that's what's really scary. That pitch almost finding its way in. The Cuxer rolling off the ceiling. We gonna say that's calculated, or are we just gonna call it luck?
Well, here's the thing. I think you always go for the Cuxer, like hoping and praying for that one, and kind of where it bounces ends up being either really good or really bad. That one's like, hey, I'm gonna Cuxer pinch and see what happens, and that's exactly how I drew that up in my head in terms of almost getting to goal. So I think that's we'll call it making your own luck there, giving yourself an opportunity. But opportunities fairly light for both sides. No goals scored early in this one. That'll be Kara moving up the field. We'll have to go it alone. Another pinch straight down. Heliacal will have a movement here. Goes up in the air. Wants to go underneath. Pitches it towards the net. The follow-up Kara shot will be good to go. And that'll be the first goal for Happage.
There it is. There it is. Good janitor duties right there from the teammate Kara, putting it way far away out of any opportunistic play for the defense. We've got 1-0, just barely past the first 90 seconds of regulation. And as you were saying, Cobra, I mean, this seems more of a dogfight style of elusive.
Keep making your point. We don't need to talk about that one.
It's
we don't
more
need
of
to
a
discuss.
it's more of a dogfight style of match. I do believe both of these players on Striker Bubbles are plenty capable of matching the offensive prowess on the opposite side of the pitch, but I think they lack pace and possibly comms. We obviously saw the mistake just then, but I think that might be their downfall right now. It's pace and what's going on the mic.
Yeah, and I think, to make up for the pace, I think they really have to pick their moments wisely. They have to be careful diving in. They have to make sure they're getting the most out of every single challenge in order to, keep Happage at bay. So any lacking clears, any dives on the defensive side could lead to crystal clear opportunities for Happage, as they'll send another one on net just to reset here. Kara will carry as Helical will kind of leave and evacuate. A little bit of boost, pass off the ceiling. They actually will lose the flip on the slow descent down, but the attack does not end here. Kara off the top, double available, straight down. It will be a great save there by Wizpig, and they stay alive. The defense doing just enough here to keep this even. They haven't quite gotten the response on the offensive side that they need.
You've got to read these wall bounces. I know it is one of the hardest things to do in Rocket League. I hate doing it myself. That's why I'm stuck in Champ 3. Cannot read the wall bounce. But at this level, you guys have got to know where that ball is going to land. And I think that is the biggest thing that they're losing on right now, is they can't read these wall bounces properly. I like the idea from Elusive right there. Most of us would have gone for that attack. I mean, 100%, I'm attacking that ball. I don't know about you, Cobra. I was attacking that. But Elusive turned and made the defensive play rather than the offensive play to make sure they wouldn't get countered hard. I like what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, and I think even though, they're running out of time in this game, I think, kind of understanding how to play this moving forward is really important for the squad. It goes to picking their moments, knowing that is a half chance, if any, to get that touch, knowing that they have to wait for a little bit clearer of an opportunity there. And, less than 50 seconds, they're really keeping Happage at bay, and they might be able to make a little bit of magic appear if they are patient. Elusive over to Wizpig. Elusive will take a shot blocked away by the defense, and now Wizpig has an opportunity. Goes direct and will call the bluff of the defense. I think Kara maybe went up a little bit prematurely, trying to get up to the corner. No, they're just late on that one, actually. Top right bins, and that is a moment picked out to perfection.
I mean, I was going to sit here and say they got kind of lucky, but when it went top bins like that, no, that shot was aimed. That was definitely calculated by the striker. Hold on, trying to go for the double Wizpig. No one can get to the foot race, though. Hold on. Oh, what a defensive save. Ball's cleared out. Wizpig's got boost. Racing down the field, picking up 200. It's off the ceiling. They get one. Passing the teammate. Where is Elusive?
Elusive's waiting back for this one. We'll send it on target, but a little bit light. Wizpig still behind it. Has to keep it up. Goes straight directly for net. Waterfall down. And Wizpig has to try and send that one backwards. Gets underneath it. And they got the look that they wanted to there. The execution, however, sorely lacking. And I'm still, there's still a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel here. I do like the game plan. At the end of that game, it felt like they were playing close. It was just a little bit too much of a hole they dug themselves there.
Man, I wouldn't say that they dug themselves. I think that, again, it's almost like they lacked confidence going into those last 50 seconds. They had so many opportunities on the blue half, but they couldn't make it a fruitful endeavor. They couldn't plus off of their advantageous states. And we saw it come alive right there in that last, 40 seconds or so, 35 seconds when they did score that goal. We saw an opportunity, a light at the end of the tunnel. But at the very end, when it mattered the most, they couldn't put the shot on target when they had the chance. So I think rolling into this game number 3. That is what Striker Bubbles needs to do. Calm down in the heated moments of pressure. I know I can say it. It's easy to say it. It's not easy to do. But calm down in those heated moments of pressure. You guys have the mechs. You have the shooting abilities. It needs to come alive right here, right now. You're down 2-0. Cobra, take us off.
Yeah, well, another fake kickoff there. Wizpig will make them double guess whether that was a good idea or not. Both of them will go for the pinch here, and Wizpig will just send it on down and kind of give up possession. Back to the middle of the field. Sent back to the blue side. Heliacal sees Kara in the distance. Kara's already up for this one, trying to get a piece of it. Won't be able to do so, and here is where you see a little bit of danger maybe building up for Happage is when they get overconfident and maybe overcook a couple of their opportunities, but Kara trying to dribble it through. Heliacal to follow up. Kara already up for this one, and that is a double commit. Wizpig just needs to get it on target, and yet again, it's an opportunity that Happage maybe got a little bit too overzealous there, and Striker will make him pay. Opportunity here for Striker to maybe get a little bit of cohesion, a little bit of, let's say, momentum back in this game, but hard to get momentum when you're not on the field. Another shot goes in, and it felt like forever, but it finally does cross the line, crossbar down and in.
I apologize for that, Cobra. Thank you for carrying for a little bit. But I love the way you said Happy Esports there. You pronounced that D. So, Happy Dogecoin 9,000 Company of the Year Esports Squad on the pitch, nodding us up in game number 4 here. They are up, or excuse me, game number 3. I don't know how to count.
Yeah.
It's game number 3. So
the games feel like they're absolutely flying by, so I totally get it.
They do, but what needs to be flying by is the ball past the blue goal right now, because that's what Bubbles needs. Bubbles needs more scoring opportunities, but I will say, I mean, I guess I'm speaking it into existence almost as it goes to the left side of the net. Not exactly even, but what I think is if they capitalize on every single opportunity just like that one, Wizpig finding the open net shot, defense all the way pushed forward. Heliacal literally cannot get back in time to defend that shot. This will carry them through the rest of the series. If they can call out all of these bluffs that we're seeing from Happy Esports, then I think, I said Esports instead of Atlantic. I don't know why I said that, but I think that this will carry them at least to a game 3, possibly a game 4.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, you were talking earlier about, whether it was going to be a striker v striker kind of battle. And, for Striker Bubbles, they might want to turn it into that. Wizpig has been, I'm not sure if it's the sole goal scorer, but I believe the majority of the goals scored here by Striker have been by Wizpig, who's caught out the defense multiple times here. And if Elusive can hold down the back line and keep them from getting multiple opportunities, this might be the way that they can move forward. But Heliacal trying to find something in the center of the field, not going to be able to get that touch. Wizpig will be there with a little bit of boost and movement. Looking for the 50, trying for the fake. Elusive picking their moment well, stops that in the middle of the field. Back over to Kara. Kara up, a lot of space to figure out how they could get the flip reset and continue the play, but not enough of really velocity to see that center. Still kind of sticking around here in Striker Bubbles territory, and now they're starting to kind of cross wires in terms of how they're going to clear the ball. Dangerous here. Kara
gotta get
has
up.
the flip, doesn't even need it. We'll just send it to the near post and gets rewarded. Equalizer here.
Man, Elusive stuck with no boost, stuck sitting still, cement in their tires. They could not do anything. They couldn't pick that heavy car up off the ground. The score all tied up as we just crossed the 2-minute mark. That's a great shot, and it's in. WizPig saying, hey, you know what? It doesn't matter if I just screwed up on the goal line. It doesn't matter if my team screwed up on the goal line. We regain on the kickoff. That's a point lead going to the side of Orange in a very crucial Game 3 match.
Yeah, WizPig has to go absolutely ballistic here in order to keep up. And, you know, if this is the game plan, just WizPig go score, you know, maybe Striker Bubbles can get used to that one. A nice little deflection, and WizPig, unfortunately, scores it on their own side. It was a wonderful redirect there, but I believe it was crossbar and away, and WizPig just at the wrong spot at the absolute wrong time there.
That is just, I mean, every bit of unfortunate. Oh, okay, it's about to get paused. Oh, thank you. Thank you if you are a Bubbles Squad fan, because literally, oh, the flick. My gosh, that 45 was looking nasty. This double from Heliacal is almost looking just as good, but it's down to the corner inside. It's got Kara here in possession. Can they do something? No, Elusive knocks it off their car. WizPig in the mid waiting, but they can't go any further. They need to get a touch. It's just back over to Helical, though. They're on the prowl. Player on the back wall right there. Elusive looking for the defense. WizPig gets a chance, a shot towards the blue net. I like the boost steal right there from Elusive. They're playing the annoying disruptor over there in the corner. Elusive gets a great 50 in the middle. Or excuse me, WizPig and Elusive shoots. The defensive options have been pushed to the midfield. And right now, Bubbles is literally capitalizing on every single one of these instances.
Yeah, I mean, if they make enough noise in the middle of the field, it's going to draw the attention here from Atlantic. So, you know, they have to make do with every open net, every opportunity that they get, because, I mean, it is going to be a battle. 45 seconds left, and it looks like Atlantic need one more to equalize. They're not going to be happy with just that, so it is going to be a ton of pressure. Kara looking to beat one, and is just above the bar. Double is available, and Heliacal maybe a little bit wide, but it won't be enough to be sent away. I thought it was probably the save of the series there, but unfortunately not able to send it off all the way. My goodness.
Hey guys, I'm just saying, when your opponent is in the game, literally saying you got that save, Kara literally questioning that goal, Elusive just replying with, I am so sad.
Yeah.
I feel Elusive in that moment, but this is not looking good.
No, 5 seconds.
There it goes. Okay.
Hold on, we're going. Has a little bit of movement, has a boost, and will send it all the way down. Heliacal back to the middle of the field, one touch, and now another overtime here. And not sure exactly who has the momentum, but a good demo might open up. That's the bid! WizPig just get every one of those opportunities. 4 for them. A perfect 1K game. At 50% shooting. I mean, they just have to be that person. They have to be that player, and they will get the victory here.
I want to say that right there is the Rocket League gods forgiving Striker Bubbles for that save that clearly was a save and not a goal.
Yeah, ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie.
That's a big ball don't lie moment.
That is a massive ball don't lie moment. You are absolutely right. Now we see the possible climb back from Bubbles. Happyge is still up. It's 2-1 in the series, but they won that crucial game 3. They won a pivotal match in the series. The next game that is just as crucial, just as pivotal as game 5. So we are right now, Cobra, we are at least guaranteed 5 games.
Yeah, wonderful to see. And I think this is a really important game for Striker just because Atlantic, I think they played the most in sync game that they had. Both players had 2 goals. Both players had multiple assists, and they had the same amount of saves as well. So it felt like they were kind of, hand in hand on the attacking front. And now, they lose that game in a close one. Does it affect the mental at all? Does it change the game plan from them? And can Wispig continue this form here as Elusive takes the first little bit of contact? Wispig looking to get around it, but will be denied. Mega pinch here, corner, and Heliacal waiting for something, but it'll be sent right back to the blue zone.
Come on, not the own goal, Wispig. Don't start us off in game number 4 with the own goal. Thankfully, it went by the wayside. Now they're fighting in the corner to gain possession of the ball. Right there waiting is Kara, who, by the way, has remained in the Octane. They have placed their faith in the OG Rocket League. Kara, an excellent defensive touch by Wispig, but Elusive can't get up in time. Heliacal right there to play janitor, clean up that first point. 45 seconds here into game number 4.
And that is a really good touch from Heliacal, just making sure it is still on target, but right underneath the bar. They get the first goal here, but now you're looking on the other side. It is Wispig. Can you get a response? You're going to need to get a save, but it's not going to be close here. Heliacal goes for the daily double, and Elusive has had a couple of big whiffs here in this game. I think maybe a little bit of a settling down. They need to kind of calm the nerves here because they can't afford to give anything away for free in this game.
You said doubling down. I'm sitting here thinking that was a double whammy.
Yeah.
That was definitely a double whammy on that whiff right there. You hate to see whiffing on the kickoff. Right now, Kara.
Oh, wow.
Dishing and diving and just, Heliacal probably jumped as soon as they shook the opponent. Oh, no, they waited. Heliacal waited, wanted to be sure Elusive wasn't going to get that touch off the back wall, dunking it down into the literal bottom of the net. That is 3-0, 1 minute and 4 seconds here into this game number 4, and it is all Happy Atlantic.
Yeah, and it's all Heliacal. I mean, that was a really good. Whoa, wait, what?
Where was the other?
Okay, so Wispig scores again. I was waiting for a defender to play there, and I think Wispig was as well, and just realized, I just need to drive straight. Cool. Nothing more to say about that one. 3-1, 3:47 left.
Off the kickoff!
Off the kickoff! Wispig gets another one. Hello?
Okay, so, all right. You know what? I'm a betting man, Cobra. I'm a betting man.
Yep.
It's not even been 15 seconds.
Yep.
We were 3-0. We were 3-0.
Do it. Do it.
Just give it to him. What do you, Kara? Oh, Kara, you're ruining it. Anyways, back to the bets. I'm a betting man right here. We have another 1-point game coming in. I don't know. Screw the air dribble cringe that we just saw right there. Screw that. We have another 1-point game. There is so much time on the clock right now. So many points are going to go up. I feel like this is the highest point scoring game that we're going to have matching game number 1. And I do feel like it goes back into another 1-point game scenario. Wispig going to take this the opposite direction. Puts it over Kara. They read the wall bounce wonderfully. They get a defensive opportunity. Big demo. Ball's going to go over to the side. And it's none other than Wispig taking it to the air. Uses their flip. Looking for the double. Will not find it. It's sent to the wall. Elusive to clean it up. And there's another one of those big whiffs that you pointed out a second ago, Cobra.
Yeah, Elusive has to kind of find a way to. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it kind of reminds me of a major league batter when it's just their eyes aren't quite right. You're not exactly sure what's going on, but they need a little bit of confidence, and it could be anything to get them going here. It's just a monster 50 straight through the defense, and they'll find themselves within 1.
Hey, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? 1-point game, 2 minutes, 51 seconds on the clock, and we are just within a point of each other. It still is Happy Atlantic on the advantage, and I do think that we will see a hiccup coming in here at about 10 seconds.
Elusive goal number 2 for them, and that'll be the equalizer here. A wonderful demo to at least slow down the pace here. And are we feeling double digits for the total goal score? We are at 8 currently. We still have half the game to go. It definitely could get that way as defensively, that was another scary one on the kickoff. Kickoffs are becoming a real point of contention here as Kara takes it to the sky. Double available. It's a tough angle, but the follow-up from Heliacal will make sure that it goes in.
Okay. Is it Happy Atlantic on the squad, or is it the mathematician? I'm trying to figure out, because the way these guys are cutting these angles, it is just. Are they doing geography? It's not mental gymnastics. Or I said geography. I'm silly. Geometry. Are they doing
Well,
mental
not
geometry? Listen.
You were technically right. Oh boy.
You know what I mean? That was a great shot and everything. But are they doing mental geometry trying to hit these shots in these angles? Because good Lord, it's like they're slicing the finest line. If it's from the ceiling, if it's from the corner, it doesn't matter where it's from. Happy Atlantic is taking some insane shots. And if we could nail these clips would look beautiful. But what's even more beautiful, in my opinion, is the fact that Bubbles is still here within 1 point. My predictions and my bets have not been wrong yet, and I'm hoping they keep it that way. An excellent shot coming in. Kara with the routine defend. Gets a great 50, sends it away. The pressure absolutely dissipated from the orange team. A random jump from Elusive. That looked kind of scary, but they get a defensive
recovery, though.
It was. They get a defensive opportunity. Hold on. We get a pass to the middle, and they screw up the wave dash. That's tough. Wait. Defensive players away. Elusive with an angle, and they put it right on top of the only defensive player in the net's head. That's exactly what you need to do. You've got to put it in such an awkward opportunity, no matter what angle you take, no matter where you jump, no matter what position you try to get yourself in, there's no way you're saving that. We have double digits. Cobra, make it 6.
Oh my, I was giving you the space for that to be there, but Kara going for another air dribble bump. Elusive has already seen that play out, now has a little bit of room. Wizpig trying to open up the space, follow-up shot. It's a little bit light, and they let go as they have the advantage, and now Kara into the air, off the ceiling, has an angle, looking for some help from Heliacal, but my, oh my, this is getting dangerous. Oh, that goes in. No way.
Man.
No way.
Does that count, Brad?
I mean, Atlantic are feeling it. They're having a fun time out there, just vibing.
That's literally what it is. It's got to be no thoughts, just vibes on the side of blue right now.
Elusive.
Shot coming in from Elusive, really far away, unfortunately. Wizpig, the only defender back. It needs to go up soon. They do get a defensive clear into their own corner, get one more touch. Yes, they do, but it's a double commit. But thank God for the recoveries on these players. Ooh. Hold on. Elusive with almost a solo play against 2 defenders back there at the net. We're counting down to the final 10, everybody. Elusive has one more opportunity. They go to the sky with it. They get the flip reset touch. Hold on. It's saved away. Where's Wizpig? There they are, but it gets topped up. Oh, no. It gets dumped right off the top of the car, pitched way too far away, out of position. Happy will take game number 4 by a singular point, and we hit double digits. Look at that, Cobra. We're both right.
Yeah, I mean, what a game, and for a player that I've maybe been harping on a little bit, Elusive, I have to give props for how they were able to respond. There was a couple of misses earlier on where I felt they could have really extended a little bit of their influence there, but there were misses, and then they found ways to get back into the game, really continue to kind of keep them in the match. But Happy Atlantic, they all of a sudden are in a spot where they're on triple match point and they're on tournament point. They could finish off the league right here, continue their undefeated reign to supremacy. The only one standing in their way is Striker Bubbles.
I want so badly right now to see Striker Bubbles take 2 in a row. I need Champions Field in my life on this last series, possible last game of Premier 2v2 Skyward Series weekend. It's been wonderful, man, being out here. I know I've been on the desk for most of the weekend, but at least I finally get to cast the final series of the entire weekend. Here we are, kickoff number 1. The save right there from Elusive is good. I think you need to go again, but Heliacal just got the mechs. They got the control. They got the shot. They don't miss. Point number 1 going over the side of Happy Atlantic.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want Elusive to do there? I mean, it was a wonderful stop to get there in the first place, and then they rattled around in goal immediately, were called into action yet again. So, you know, they will get one back here. Elusive, I mean, there have been constant responses here by the player, and I love to see that, you know, they're not letting the game or the moment get too big for them. They're keeping their head down, and they're continuing to do work.
It is literally like watching somebody in real time put their nose to the grindstone. We did harp a little bit on Elusive about being a defensive player early on in this series, and truth be told, Elusive has actually been carrying these past 2 games, in my opinion. So Elusive, big time step up, big time adaptations here from this player, but they need to get back right now. Oh, they missed the boost too. Don't have an opportunity to go for it again. They missed the corner as well. And right now, Elusive stuck in the goal with little to no juice, and that is going to cost them 2-1 here. Again, not even a minute, and it's already a shootout, Cobra.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with going through this direction. If it's going to be, you know, goal after goal after goal, let's hope for some fireworks in this game number 5. Again, on the beautiful Oasis map, Elusive will fire early there, trying to catch the defense. They will pinch it away. Kara off the wall will let their teammate take a look if they would like to, but we'll kind of see this. Oh, that's a huge pinch. That is just in, and Wizpig gets the credit. How quick is this one? Oh, my Lord. Okay, so I have 62 miles an hour. I think it's because it hit the post, so we don't really know how quick that was in the air. But my, oh my, did that one take off and take off in a hurry.
Oh,
we'll get it right back, and doesn't give us a ton of time to wonder and do the calculations and, you know, think about how pretty that one was. It is 3-2 Atlantic. Stay in the lead.
It's just goal after goal at this point. We don't even talk about the game anymore. We just like, oh, Elusive scored. Oh, Heliacal scored. Oh, wait, Wizpig got one. Literally, Wizpig got one. What? What?
That was incredible, and I'm not talking about the gameplay. Taquito, do you play the lotto? Like, do you want to?
Yeah. So 56, 3, 16.
Write this down.
27, and the Powerball number is going to be 8.
All right, we will check back with that as soon as the action here subsides. Right now, we got some good Rocket League and plenty of time left in this one. 3-3, 3 minutes and 22 seconds on the clock. And, you know, I'm assuming we're going to get to double digits as well. Wizpig, ball up, continues to get past, and it's just pristine control. Picture perfect here from Wizpig.
Literally, as the EU casters say, that was an absolute worldie of a shot. He literally wrapped it around the opponent. And this is a kickoff. Did they just give them a kickoff goal?
I'm not. All right, was this a control? There we go. All right, so maybe a little bit of a hardware malfunction there. Kara, unfortunately, not able to get out into that one, but that is the name of the game. You know, just have to regain, and now have to come back from a 2-goal deficit here. The Heliacal looking to open up some space. Kara might be able to get the pre-shot and the pre-flip to get the goal. Kara finds a path through.
Okay, look, and that was an obvious pinch play right there.
Wow.
By 3 cars. 3 cars touched that ball, and it was only 78 miles an hour.
I don't believe that one. That felt faster.
We looked faster. I could visually see the speed. Like, there's no way. And this is...
No way.
Oh, wait. Oh. What a save. Whizpig gets there just in time.
Middle of the
it's
field.
Back out to the mid. Ooh, elusive. Very risky 50, but it goes into the corner. Kara trying to get a second touch. They don't. I believe that was Whizpig to send it downfield into the corner, looking for a second touch, possibly.
Wow.
Elusive denied at the most just prime moment right there from Kara. Kara, the excellent defense. Heliacal on the offense, trying to get something going. Kara has to rush back to the back wall. Goes up. It's a little too late. Elusive puts a shot
Great
on.
shot.
Not Ben's top corner. And Elusive, after game 3, literally cannot miss.
That's basically a penalty kick there, and you know it's one of those where the goalie has to pick a direction. They're thinking about it, and when the shot comes off, it does not matter. They just sit there and watch because they know they're beaten regardless. Whizpig will go straight to net and now get another. Extend it to 3 goals here, 7-4.
This is the content that we need. Everybody watching the stream right now, this is what we need. Bubbles, game 5, they're up by 3. There's still so much time on the clock right now, but they have such a commanding lead and a commanding presence on this field. It's just as if, I mean, we had the controller malfunction a little bit, and so right now it might be hard for Kara to regain on Happage, but it is just they cannot seem to break through the wall that is Striker Bubbles.
Yeah, and I think something that needs to be reiterated here: Striker Bubbles kind of found themselves in a similar spot where they needed to win 2 goals to force. They need to win 2 games in the previous series, the game 6 and game 7, able to do so. And now, they're just tacking 1 more onto here. Can they win 3 games in a row? I mean, it looks like they're, set up pretty well to at least compete in this one, but they might just have that kind of gameplay in them here.
One might say, Cobra, they got that dog in them.
Yeah.
They got that dog in them.
There we go.
DAWG. They got that dog in them right now. 7-4. We are in the final minute. The attack coming in from Whizpig gets saved away by Heliacal. Kara, the demo downfield by Heliacal, and Elusive is good. Kara looking for the double gets denied by the only remaining orange player on the field. And we got another one. Heliacal going back in. Gets the touch. Save off the back wall. It's committal. It is full committal opportunity right there from Happy Atlantic, but they get back just in time to defend. 30 seconds left. They need to start shooting on target. The time is not their friend right now.
Yeah, and I think they've run out of time to make this one feasible here in the final moments. The Striker Bubbles have done their job. They bought themselves enough of a buffer here to make this one go to game 6, and a wonderful look from them, and they will try to see if they can recreate this performance as Happy Atlantic. They will take a little bit of time, and right now I think they will take a maybe a little bit of a timeout to see if they can fix the technical issue. It looks like the controller not being fixed immediately here. But again, really wonderful to see, and we're getting a series. We're getting 6 games, and I have a sneaking suspicion that Striker Bubbles are not going to be happy with just that.
Oh, not at all. Look at the stats right now. They looked like honestly, like you said, they look like a complete team coming out of game 5 or game 4, and in game 5, they are even more of a complete team. Didn't you say Elusive put up a solid 1,000 points last game?
Yeah.
Well, look at this. Whizpig said, hey, you put up 1,000. I'm going to put up 72 more than you. Both players in back-to-back games now putting up above 1,000 points on the scoreboard. That is an insane amount of work that these teams are doing and they're putting on the pitch right now. But we, like I said, we got that controller issue. We're gonna try to let Kara figure it out a little bit. What do we think in game 6? Right now, Bubbles is riding that momentum. We're gonna wait and see what Kara says, but they're riding this momentum. Do you think the controller issue is 100% affecting Happy moving forward? Is that what you think?
Well, it kind of depends on what the issue is. I'm hoping it is just maybe a connection thing, maybe a wire, something happened. But if it is a button issue, or maybe a drifting stick or something happened where maybe something is not registering, that is a different type of issue. But obviously, I think that you want to see Happy Atlantic at their full capacity. You want to see them at 100%. Striker Bubbles are now approaching that. They have both players that are now starting to peak at the same time, 4 goals and 3 goals. And we'll see if that works for them here.
I'm trying to communicate with some of the players here. We're trying to give them about 5 minutes to figure everything out. We got a bathroom break. Hold on, guys. It's RLCS. It's RLCS. We've got the bathroom break on the stream right now, guys. They're getting up, buying time. It's the ice. That's what's happening right now. Yeah. Right now, Striker Bubbles got the ice, and they're icing out the opponent. Not even just on the pitch. They're icing out the opponent in game. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's a strategy that we don't see too much at this level, but obviously tech issues can happen at any time, and we're getting this here. But now we kind of have to figure out how does this affect these teams? Does it slow down the kind of onslaught of scoring that we've seen? Are we going to continue to get the double digits? I would not personally mind us continuing to get this kind of look here, but we'll see how this one goes. We'll see when they come back, how confident they feel, and we'll keep you guys updated with any possible fixes here. But I mean, this almost feels like a pit stop, like
right.
Kara's just in the back, like switching out some parts, like just
right.
Like all of a sudden you hear whirring in the background. Like it's really interesting.
Change it out. Change it out. Tire. You know what? He wasn't rocking the Cristiano. Got to put the Cristianos.
Yeah. I wonder maybe
that's what it is.
Another card change here soon, because started off with the Dominus, was consistently getting flip resets, went with the Fennec, now on the Octane here, and so maybe there's a little bit of a change. I feel like 3 card changes in a tournament that you're doing fairly well, I feel like that's the upper limit. I feel like 4 is unknown territory here.
I mean, if he busts out the Justin Merck, if he busts out the Justin Merck here in game number 6, me personally, I'm gonna go ahead and just give Happy the win. Yeah. Nobody busts out the Justin Merck.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine like the battle bus?
Wait, we completely forgot about the Ghostbuster.
Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. It looks like we are good to go. The changes have been made. They are ready to go in Neo Tokyo as long as everyone is back from the breaks. It looks like, we are good to go. So let's send you right back to the field. Hopefully, after the pause, the action is, we're going to get right back to it here. But it is game 6. We go to Neo Tokyo.
Our Lord and Savior Bob's Ramen watching over this game, as well as our Skyward Series overseer, who is also helping, on the back end on the production. Big shout out, Slepless, stepping up for this whole weekend, or excuse me, this whole weekend, and even today. Brambo couldn't be here with us. Slepless stepping in to try to help everybody out, doing a wonderful job. We love you, Slepless. But what's more important is the absolute, total comeback that Striker Bubbles is putting on display for everybody. Oh my gosh, imagine if Heliacal actually got that touch. That might actually been shot in the series.
Oh,
But what's goal of the series so far right now is Elusive stepping up like that right there. Goal number 1 to start us off 50 seconds in game number 6.
the plot is strong with this one. Elusive is going on an absolute tear. And, you know, I know we have MVP of the tournament, but can we just talk about most improved player of the tournament? I think it would give it Elusive just in this series from where we saw in game number 1 to what they are performing now in this game. As a double commit though, and it will be a light touch, light work here for Kara to put that one away. Equal, and there's always a goal just around the corner.
Yeah, don't worry. Here in about, 10 seconds, we'll see somebody else score. I'm not gonna predict who it is, but I'm saying maximum 15, minimum 8.
So, technically a kickoff goal here then.
Exactly, yes.
Great. All right, well, let's see if anyone will be willing to take that. No, it'll be the response. Celia Cal trying to make good on the Taquito prediction. Kara flip reset, and they didn't want you to have it there. Good defensive stand from Striker, and they'll have to keep on working. It is an assault on the orange net.
Oh, perfect clear right there from Wizpig going into the corner. They have an open net shot. They're just going to take it. There it is. Again, when you send the house, especially in 2s, you've got nobody home. No one can block any intruders. And you gotta be wary of that, especially this early on in a game. We're not even 2 minutes in, and we've got full committal options coming out. Come on, Happy. You guys have definitely shown us better than that.
Yeah, I mean, they have to show us their best here. Otherwise, they're at risk of extending this all the way to 7. I don't think they want to see that. They want to end this as early as possible. But right now, I mean, we're seeing a great performance here from Striker Bubbles. Definitely the underdogs in this one, but, looking to win over the hearts and minds. Everyone, that's a nice little bounce, and unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be anyone else to put that one in. Heliacal will survive for long enough to see it onto the side wall. Kara kind of boxed out, Elusive, the touch, and not able to see that goalwards. It is looking kind of messy out there, sir.
Man, these touches coming off the literal undercarriage of the car, the pass coming out, Wizpig not getting there in time, and Elusive getting up just in time to block that one. It's into the corner. They need a touch out. They get it past Kara. Wizpig lines it up. They find it. And that's point number 3, a 2-point lead as we roll in to the final 2 minutes of regulation. Wizpig, wonderful placement, putting that over in the bottom corner.
Yeah, I mean, right now it is all about keeping your momentum and staying supersonic, and your positioning based off that. I think Striker Bubbles have done a really good job spacing the floor and basically being there anytime the ball gets in a mysterious area. That is a huge dunk there, Wizpig. Not really enough boost to challenge that one any further, but Elusive. Looking for the pass, Wizpig there, blocked away. Kara should be the first one to touch this on the side wall, but not a lot to look at. We'll go alone, flick on target, blocked away by Elusive. Heliacal, up. Flip reset, will go low, tries to send it aside, but now a quick turn. Kara needs a little bit of help here, and Wizpig might have caught the defense. Looking to get the chip. Heliacal not able to deflect it away. It was directly on target, and I feel like that's the second or third time that Striker Bubbles have been able to capitalize on the transition.
And dude, look at the score line. They're up by 3 in like quite literally the most important game, in my opinion, right now for Happy Esports. They get another. That's great. There we go. Yeah. We have the offense coming alive on the opposite side of the pitch. We've seen Happy on this mainstream the entire time, and I think I can speak without being denied, without being fought. This is probably the most sloppy they've looked, I think, the entire stream, Cobra.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's a little bit of, just not being as mentally acute there in some of these opportunities, and it might be fatigue. Wizpig, yeah, I mean that's the easiest goal that they're gonna have. They just had to wait, and it basically fell in their lap. Kara didn't quite get enough, and Elusive actually makes sure to keep that one there, kept the flip off the ceiling, and there's a bit of fatigue, but it's also that Striker Bubbles is heating up. Like, they are not letting Happy Sports get anything for free. They're not letting them off the hook, and they're not going to get away with sloppy gameplay here. They're going to test them, and right now, 50 seconds here for 3 goals. It's looking improbable, but not impossible.
I agree. It definitely is improbable. 40 seconds, and we've got to see this team literally put up 4 goals to win, to end the series. And I just don't. Oh! The cleanup.
That's a goal still.
Okay. Yeah, it's still a goal. I was like, literally bated breath, holding my breath on that one. Wizpig with the amazing control and the 50 to end it off. And guess what? You know what? Wizpig probably said into the comms, Elusive, go ahead and clean this up for me, brother.
Yep. Just I got all the work, and I think right now that we're starting to see that Atlantic Happy Esports, they're having some struggles with their positioning in terms of where they are on the field. Helical and Kara maybe having some different expectations of where the second player should be on the field, what they should be doing, and now that the shots are not quite as sharp, and the positioning is lacking a little bit as well. So is the shot taking. Now we find ourselves at the precipice. Game 7 is forced here. Striker Bubbles have done all they can do to get to this point. 2 games in a row. They're going to go and try to get the 3rd under their belt.
Man, this is I wanted game 7. I always want game 7. I talk about wanting game 7s, game 5s, going the distance. I didn't actually expect that in this series. I'm not gonna lie to you. So the way Bubbles has ramped up and pushed this series to the literal limit, they cranked the volume all the way up to 11. They said, we're going to Champions Field. You're not gonna stop us, Happy Esports. If they keep this momentum going literally all the way from game 4, this momentum has been building since game 4. I think they take it here, Cobra. Happy just gonna have to prove it to us.
Well, here's the thing. I do have to check this and kind of corroborate with you, but how many games has it been where Striker Bubbles have had someone score 1,000 points? Like, it's been like the past 3 or 4 games, I imagine. And now it is all up to this. The final game. This is it. Whoever wins this will get the championship. And it looks like Striker Bubbles start off running here. Elusive. It's a good touch. The 50 not there. And Wizpig will send it directly to the back of the net.
Man, and we don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop on the side of Striker Bubbles. Right now, they are a force to be reckoned with. We've got Helical going off the ceiling, losing that possession. It's going to go over there to Wizpig. Wizpig, who just put one on, got a great carry. They're going to look to mix up the opponent, and they throw it right in front of the face of Kara, slotting it directly into the net. Look at that control. Look at the way they held it on their car, and then they just sling it. Dead center. Yeah. They couldn't have put that more in the center of the bottom of the net.
And Kara, I think a little bit of a break tab there. They slowed their momentum. Elusive could put the 3rd one on target, and they might just try to be calling it early here. Elusive off the kickoff, and it's like Happage Atlantic. They have no response. They're in the corner. They have no idea what to do.
What is this?
I don't know.
What are we witnessing? It's like a switch of power. I mean, Happy Atlantic started this series, and it was, it looked like a sweep. It legitimately looked like an incoming sweep. I mean, they did give up that one game, and then they won one right back. And now, It's just like Elusive has completely come online since game number 4, and Elusive has just probably calmed over to Wizpig. Hey man, we ain't losing this. Like, I'm here, I'm awake, I'm plugged in. We are not losing this, and they have just laid on every bit. Oh my, wait! Kara, the most literal free form shot to bring it all the way down to the ground, gets that touch, almost flicks it over the opponent, gets the pass to the middle. Iliacal, go ahead and clean up my light work, bro. Clean that up for me.
Yeah, they were willing that one in. It needed a little bit of extra help there. And, I mean, luckily for them, I think they might get another one here. But I think Heliacal needs to, get a little bit of energy back in. I feel like they need to be the sharpest one here, and they will get another easy one, just getting the confidence back. And Kara is giving them dimes here. Huge challenge, great follow-up here, and you got to keep enabling your teammate to succeed.
You have to, like, that's exactly right. And I think Kara, so far, I mean, this entire series, if I'm being honest, and even the series before that, Kara is definitely the enabler. He's the player is 100% the enabler of the squad. And it doesn't even, like, we can't even ignore the fact that Kara is also extremely mechanically gifted. So if he's if he's not enabling Heliacal, he solo plays left and right.
Oh boy.
Maybe making a couple mistakes on top of that as well. Maybe.
See, this one is a lack of comms. This one is there's no reason to dive there because that play is not. It's not dangerous until the dive. You have a player there. You got to give them a little bit of time to maybe recover and give them, a look as you're chasing down the block. But I think you are starting to see that Striker Bubbles are giving them so much to think about, giving them a lot of trouble. They have to keep it up. Kara looking for a shot here off the board, and Wizpig could beat them out here. It is a race to the ball, but now Elusive, a little bit of boost to work with, maybe overplay this slightly, but no touch. Kara, dangerous 50 in front of the net. Wizpig will get one more before they're sent back to their own side. Kara from a distance loses that one. I think they lost their footing on the wall. Elusive has all the time in the world, but maybe thought that they had just hours and they only had minutes. Halfway through the game, it looks like Striker Bubbles, they're controlling a lot of this. And Atlantic, they are holding on by a thread. Good flick on target, deflected away. Iliacal up in the air, flip reset. The opposition expecting him to use it. Gets a great carry, but the defense prepared.
Okay, look, we've had a few shots, and and they've all been blocked. But we've had a few of those that's just like, this is the shot of the tournament. If they landed, it is 100% the shot of the tournament. Pass downfield. Kara gets there just in time, lines up a shot, decreases the point deficit from 2-1. It's 3-4 on the scoreboard, and this is the run that Happy need. They absolutely need to continue this momentum they now have. If they let up for any moment, foot comes off the gas, they slow down, it's over. We've seen Bubbles handle business the way they do right there, and it rolls in. Kara didn't take the foot off the gas. We're knotted up, baby. 1:41 on the clock.
All right, well, they are going for it here. We are all tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. And now, it feels like this game has gone on for so long, but we still have plenty of time to work. Kara to the middle of the field. It will be Elusive, shot on target. Heliacal sends it down a distance. Kara to the corner. Good 50 here. Maybe an opportunity. They'll try to make something happen, but Elusive will send it off. Midfield. Wizpig will take the shot early. The defense just getting back, and they're kept honest multiple times. Heliacal downfield to Kara. Kara, light touch. I actually don't think they made a lot of contact on it. Heliacal has to stop any further momentum here. Gets the boost. Will go again. Tough angle off the top. Kara to put it away, and they will take the lead, being down by 3. 3. They roar on back, and they're not done yet.
Dude. This game, if I've ever heard the definition of back and forth, it has been Game 7. We have switched who has the momentum. We've switched who's got the great touches. We've switched who's got the mechs. I mean, both sides are saying, no, here, you can have them now. No, no. You guys scored. I'm going to take them now. There's a shot on target. It's just open. Elusive, not able to get back in time. Heliacal using that corner of the corner hitbox of the Finnick and just slinging it, sending it downfield. Masterful shot, great placement, up by 2, 43 seconds. Bubbles, you gotta come back and you need to do it now.
Yeah, this is the final moments, and they had the momentum, and now they need to pull it back. Wizpig will be denied. Elusive will take another turn. They cannot waste too much time here, but they need help. Wizpig will take over. Slow rolls it here. Not a ton of boost and not a ton of space to work with. Kara, a huge challenge. It is only 15 seconds left, and it is ball here for Atlantic. Finding something in the middle. Kara will keep this in front of them, and a huge play here by Happage Atlantic. They are able to bring it back. All hope was lost, but they did not give up, and they will be your champions, the first number 1 seed to be able to do it. It is Happage Sports Atlantic.
Man, that series, we're not even going to talk about Game 7. We're going to talk about all 7 games. Was a roller coaster. I literally live like 30 minutes from Six Flags, and I don't think I've been on a better roller coaster than this whole entire series. The definition of up and down. They go up 2 in the beginning, Happy Atlantic. They lose 1, Game 3. That's the crucial game right there that Striker Bubbles needed. Then Striker Bubbles gives up Game 4, but they keep it close. They keep it within 1. And then Striker Bubbles win 2 in a row to put us on Champions Field. And then they go up in the beginning of Game 7, only to just lose steam at the very end. Happy Atlantic Esports, your winners, a premier 2v2. Shout out Kara. Shout out Heliacal. Honestly though, shout out Elusive and shout out Wizpig. Shout out all 4 of you guys for providing literally some of the best content I've seen all weekend. Hats off to you guys. What an amazing.
Yeah, it was the picture perfect final that we could have had. You know, we've had some finals that didn't quite live up to the hype, live up to the billing. And I will say both of these teams delivered. It was dramatic. There was flair. There were fireworks. And we get a wonderful Game 7 to boot here. But, you know, you don't just want to hear from us. You don't want to hear just from the casters who were covering for the game. You want to hear from the players themselves. So we are going to send it back on to the desk for their final thoughts in an interview with the winners.
Wow. I genuinely will say, I have never been that stressed watching a series of Rocket League in my entire life.
Yeah, nah. It was something.
I have no rejoin. We have here with Sporty, we're here with Crouton, we're here with all the boys, and we have Kara and Heliacal in the VC with us. I'm still kind of at a loss for words. I was watching that. I'm not gonna lie. I am a huge Happy Sports fan. I partially own the organization of Happy Sports. Kara and Heli, both my coaches and threes. So yes, I was rooting for them here. And oh man, was that stressful. So I'm gonna give it right to you guys. How does it feel?
Well, I can't even speak right now, to be honest with you. Not just because of how much it means, just how intense it was. So much went wrong for me during the final series. One thing would go wrong, another would go wrong. Everything kept going wrong, and I'm glad we pulled it out.
All right, I got one question for you guys though. And this is serious because I said it on the cast right before I got dragged in here. But I mean, we got to give a shout out to Striker Bubbles, right? They were y'all's best opponents. They were by far and above y'all's best opponents. Well, okay, when y'all lost Game 6 going into Game 7, what was going on? Minus the controller issues, what was going on?
Sheer panic, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just panic. But yeah, nah, it was. They played way better than when we played them in the regular season. It was an insane difference.
Yeah,
Like,
we
they
had a
felt like
lot to
different
learn.
people. It was incredible, but we still won, so I'm happy.
I mean, that's what matters in the end.
Yeah.
Carl, I want to ask you a question in specific. We talked about this a little bit in the pre-show, but you have been, I wouldn't say bullied, but you've had the title of Grand Finals fraud for the last couple months, the last 4 or 5 months since the Season 0 finals when you were swept by Astral Mission in the finals. When you went up 3-1 and it just all started going wrong, how did those thoughts of I don't want to fraud again, and how did you oh man, I'm kind of a nervous wreck right now as well. But, how did you mentally bring yourself out of whatever gutter you were in to complete the series in Game 7?
The second we went down 3-1, the first thing that popped in my mind was the LeBron meme. So, that was the first thing that I thought of, and I'm like, I cannot let this happen. And then we lost Game 5, and I'm like, oh god. And then we lost Game 6, and my controller like craps itself, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. But nah.
The PTSD dog meme.
We went down 3-0 in like 20 seconds in game 7. I'm like, I'm a walking meme at this point. I can't do anything to escape it. But
hey, hang on, guys. We gotta give somebody else on the desk, some time, real quick.
Oh, Helly! No, he's the best player in the world. Helly, Cal? Nah, you need to talk Helly.
Sporty.
Nah, Helly's the greatest player.
Oh my gosh, this is why we don't invite you guys on the desk.
All right, Sporty, go on, Sporty.
What? I don't know what to say.
Oh
man.
my!
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I wasn't even watching the series all that much because my internet was having issues.
Computer shut down mid-series.
My computer shut down midway through that series. So what I was doing was I was looking at the video Ninja, and I just see Flip Outs doing like his best, like he's just holding his head. He's just absolutely sweating over there. It's hilarious because that itself was entertainment enough for me. I hope someone if someone filmed that one, that would have been incredible. That would have been just like content on its own there. Just
I didn't fully realize
absolutely. And what was funny is in Game 7, Flip Out couldn't even see the series because his Twitch wasn't able to play. So we had to tell him what happened, and so we had to give him the news of the goals going in. But again, what a series again! 0-1, but Halia goal, my goodness, what a season it has been working. How has it been again working with Kara? What is it like working together as a duo here and now finally being able to lift that trophy?
Oh, it feels great, trust me. Kara's such a great teammate, though. Every single week he's been so good, and I'm just so happy to team with him. We would not be here without him on this team, honestly. And I'm just really happy, honestly. I feel like I deserved this trophy for a long time. And I guess I got it, so I don't really have much else to say about that.
My man's tearing up right before Crouton does is going to have to ask the question. We already got him crying.
Yeah, I want to, first and foremost, I want to take a little jab at Taquito. You called my prediction unhinged when we kicked over to you. I was close. Game 5, it was Wizpig popping off, but I do want to say
he literally got it correct.
You had it right down to the last 2 minutes of the game.
Out of respect for the winners, right? Out of respect for Kara and Helical, I'm gonna remove the shades.
Oh no.
And I want to say, can you forgive me for not believing in you? It's a joint question.
Ooh, Helly, what do you?
Why are you asking?
It's fine.
I don't know.
League, really.
We'll let it slide.
It's fine.
You're too kind. Thank you so much.
Realized.
Can I get a Steam sign?
Can I get a Steam sign?
This every time.
I don't even know if you have a Steam account anymore.
I can.
Hey.
Oh yeah, Helly
can.
Guys.
Yeah, well, Helly can.
All right, guys. Listen.
I gotta say one more thing before you take us down. There's something very important I have to say. All right, as Skyward Series owner and known friend of the Happy Sports team, I am going to proudly present the playoff MVP award to Heliacal. If you look at our Twitter feed, it's pretty much all you. Like, it's borderline upsetting that we didn't get any other players who were hitting clips the way you were.
I was so jealous of her.
I had a clip.
He had a clip, but I told him I wasn't going to post it because Heli was popping off too much.
I can't read the exact DM, but he basically said, "Hit a better clip, you loser." And
I did say that. And then Heli started hitting clip after clip, and then we were like, it was like halfway through the series, we were like, yeah, Heli's the unanimous MVP. You really just performed out of your mind. You've been doing it all season, and I'm glad you finally get the recognition you deserve. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you.
Big time congrats, guys. But hey, we want to let you guys go, man. It's been a long night. I'm sure it's been a longer night for y'all than it has been for us.
Yeah.
But
How's European? It's really been a long
I
night.
have
finals tomorrow. Oh god.
Yeah.
I'm 3 a.m. for me.
Guys, go ahead and get on out of here. Y'all played a wonderful series. You know, y'all are the GOATs. I mean, everybody involved in that last game is the GOATs. Y'all just happened to win the game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't even know what to say. Heli just carried the crap out of me today. He saved my legacy, man.
hey, and that's all it's about, brother. But hey, y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead and have a good night, man.
Thank you
We'll
for having
talk
us.
to y'all
Thank you,
later.
thank you, you too.
See ya.
See ya.
You know, Carr escapes the G2 here and losing 2 finals in a row. For goodness, I respect for him there. He did not pull it though. Good job on him. And also, I get to be right on a finals prediction for once. I have been right all day, which that doesn't happen for me very often.
have.
We just I'm gonna celebrate that as well. I was almost all right on Friday, just wrong in the finals. I'm never usually right on predictions, and yet this weekend I'm doing pretty well, and I'm right all today. I even proved Crouton wrong, which gives me a little bit of inner joy. Sorry, Crouton. You are almost right, though. I mean, if you're right, I would just bow down to you here. You're
So
really
close.
close, man. But again, I'm right on predictions. And also, big shout outs to you, Taquito, and for Cobra. I'm sure he's watching for casting. You guys have been lights out. Crouton was on the main stream as well. Good job. And Outlaw was on a second stream. He was with Crouton as well on that. That was incredible. Again, big ups to all of you for casting.
You guys all supported you too. Like, don't forget, you casted
Yeah,
a
come
match
on,
today,
man.
too. Come on.
Come on now.
No, I
You
can't thank
always
myself.
I mean,
for
yes,
that,
it
no.
was a sweep, but all the quarterfinals were sweeps, so that wasn't really your fault.
Hey.
As always, great casting.
Yeah, and biggest thing I gotta say too, biggest thing right here, biggest shout outs, and I know everybody involved this weekend can definitely back me up on this, but biggest shout outs to all the work Slep has put in and all the work that Flip Out is putting, making this thing possible, inviting us all on to be here. I mean, it's been fun, dude. Granted, I am extremely tired from having to work, rush,
I'm
rush to
exhausted.
work. Like I rushed here to get here as fast as I could, but I loved this, man. Thank you for letting me cast.
We're only halfway done, man.
I know. Thank you for letting me cast these BT
Three's
series.
gonna be
dude.
even better.
I know it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it, and I actually get to cast that one. I don't have to be
Oh,
on the
for
desk
sure.
for it, so it's gonna be even better. But I mean, Flip Out, you wanted to close us out, man. Like
I
close us
did.
out this weekend. Finish us
I did.
off with these last few words.
As you said, huge shout out to Slep. He took a risk at producing everything. He did it on Wednesday or Tuesday for the the wild card match, and he did it today. And yeah, there were a few issues now and then, a few typos, which I'll always make fun of him for, because that is the bane of his existence is spelling. But you know what? It was a fantastic production job, and I would not have traded it for the world. Brambo did it yesterday and on Friday, and he will likely be back next weekend, as Slep and I are going to be having some. Well, I'm going to be playing next Saturday, so obviously I won't be able to be here. Hopefully we'll manage to play the whole time, so I don't have to be here at all. That'd be great.
Oh, doesn't want to be with me. All right then.
Yeah, that'd be great, man.
Doesn't
I'd
want
love
to join
see
me on the
that.
desk. Crouton, you hear that fraud here? He doesn't want to join us on the desk.
Hey,
Yeah.
let him go.
Let me cook. But anyways, yeah, thank you for all the fans who've been watching. We've gained over 100 followers on our Twitch this weekend, which is something I did not even remotely see coming. So all the support has been fantastic. We're going to be able to hit Twitch affiliate soon. We're going to be hosting a buttload of matches on the main stream over Season 2. If you haven't checked it out already, Season 2 signups are open in our Discord server. The link is in our bio and Twitter and Twitch and everywhere. Go sign up for Season 2. A lot of teams have been waiting until the end of the season to sign up for the next season. So now that all the 2s are gone, go sign up for 2s. Not going to hurt. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot else to say. If any of you guys have any last notes or anything.
I love you guys. That's it, man.
Love you
I
guys.
absolutely love you guys.
But yeah, all right. We will
Thank you all.
see you in less than a week. It's going to be Friday. We have pretty much all the matches confirmed. We have one last match starting about now, actually. Unfortunately, it's not casted, but it's going to be Digital Threat versus Striker Wash in Premier 3s, who we'll see the winner of that in almost exactly a week from now, a week and -3 hours or so. So I'm just excited for next weekend, honestly. I think that's going to be, I mean, 3s is more fun to watch than 2s, in my opinion. So I am really looking forward to that. Again, thank you for everyone who supported the entire weekend. Thank you, Slep, who's produced, and we'll see you guys in a week or so. Bye.
Don't know what you've heard. Don't know what you've heard.
Is that?
Don't know what you heard. But I'm the biggest bird. 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 Bigger than a cassowary or an ostrich. They wanna be like me, but they can't be like this. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. Whoa.